You're better than this, detective. Detective, no. Think about your family. Think about all the other little socks, the ankle socks, waiting for you at home. Don't do this. Just stop. To those busybodies who say, oh, look at this obsessed loser. I say I can stop whenever I want. I can stop whenever. I only play it for the meme, guys. It's for the joke. I can stop whenever I want. It's not an addiction. Man, Rover's pretty hot. There should be some discussion about which is the hottest gacha protagonist. Only deep thoughts here on the Sock channel. Wait, that's not the name I gave the VOD channel. But anyway, welcome. Hello, yes, we are continuing the descent into madness that is deciding to play Wuthering Waves. What will come of this? Who knows? All I know is this. The recent little story was more like mid rather than a complete mess. It was logical, if done in a more of a kind of way. I only had maybe 3 or 4 moments where I thought, you know, I could improve on this by adding like 3 scenes. The world is changing. And with it, perhaps even Wuthering Waves. Perhaps we will reach the end of this chapter, and I will turn around and say, I was wrong. Wuthering Waves is the greatest written anime, manga, gacha game ever conceived, and I am but a fool who could not see its greatness. I am but a child, awed by its impressive, enormous asset. Oh damn, I couldn't get him right into the frame as I said that. That would have been perfect. Damn it. Now, as tradition dictates, I'm going to complain about the weirdest fucking thing I just saw. So, I got up. Like, yeah, I'll just go play some games. So we could play some gacha games. I'm ready. I'm getting in the mood. I'm getting my mind ready. I'm deciding not to vomit. I'm getting ready not to cut myself. You know, I've got a picture of like a hanging baby cat poster sitting there saying, don't do it. Just because Wuthering Waves is that awful, don't do it. And I saw that Kadokawa is supporting the UN? Now, that might seem like a series of strange things to say. Oh, hey there, Arctic. Is this still game giving you PTSD? A bit. All right, I'm fucking around a bit, but it has gotten a little better in the sense that it hasn't shit the bed as often. It's like going, yay! Maybe we can take you off diapers and get you toilet trained. But what I was saying is Kadokawa. Kadokawa is a well-known publishing company that makes a lot of anime and stuff in Japan. Big Japanese company for various anime. The weird thing is they currently came out being supported by the UN and are supporting the UN, which is a really weird thing. And you might think, well, what's so weird about that? Like, well, I mean, UN's like a big organization. It's probably people get supported all the time. You see, not by manga and anime company. You know, Japan defunded or stopped funding the Japanese, the UN Women's Board. It stopped giving support to that after the UN released one of its patented, strongly worded letters detailing how the Japanese manga and anime industry was a threat to women and should be censored and dismantled. They are filled with those kinds of people. And I was a bit shocked. I was like, why the fuck would they support that? And apparently they started blocking everyone because they're, as a Japanese company, they announced this on Twitter, right? As a Japanese company, it's shocking that they did this, but it's really, really, really fucking weird that they did this, and everyone's pointing it out. So they kind of had a little bit of a crash out and started blocking everyone on Twitter, who was like saying, "Excuse me, I didn't know I wanted a side of propaganda with it." Now the reason why the hell is Kadokawa posting stuff pro UN stuff, especially when the UN is on record notorious for being really anti-Japanese stuff, because, you know, the UN has kind of reached that point as an organization where it's like, well, we can't really stop war anymore, and we've already put all the, like, actual things in to stop war as much as possible, gumming it up with various fucking bullshit. Let's just sit around and complain about stuff that really doesn't matter. Hence why we have a storyline in this world where the UN is sending angry letters to Japan saying, there are women in your anime and manga and they're a bit too sexy. Like it's a fucking Twitter spat. Why are they doing this? I don't know. But, well, actually, no, I do actually have an idea. Apparently, it's one of those Japan, companies in general tend to, you know, obviously get infected by various, like, groups and stuff. And Kadokawa, I believe, might have been a little bit infected by, like, that. And relatively recently, and just for reference, the manga that they're supporting, or coming out and supporting the UN, is the one manga that has, because I wouldn't say it's uncommon, but it's relatively uncommon for manga artists, or artists in general and directors in general, to have like political positions or to openly say their political positions on random stuff, like, you know, like Gaza or Ukraine or whatever. I mean, Ukraine's a bit more of a black and white situation for the most part, but what those kinds of things tend to be ignored. Like unlike in America and Australia and the West, the idea of like a person like standing up in front of like the Academy Awards and say, we're doing this for climate change, or, you know, one of those kinds of things, is not as common. It still happens, but it's not as common. But the manga that the anime that's coming out, the Little Hat, Altilia, the little wizard manga, the author is quite strident in her like general like beliefs and things. And the going theory is that the UN and that kind of like it. So they decided to like go, yay, we can have a vein of infiltration here because this author is saying things we do, because you know how it is, like once the author starts saying the things you like, then you start supporting them. That's the general idea of these things. So I think I think that's generally what it is. I'm just guessing really on the specifics of it. I'm not up to date on that. Also, I don't know how the fuck Little Hat Witch thing is like affected by those things, but it does bring up another sort of thing. Politics in stories and stuff. Though rarely does it make me stop reading or playing something. Like, you know, the author saying something, it doesn't really stop me. And for the most part, and like drama like that, it doesn't really stop me. But I get why people avoid it. Not because I think they wouldn't sell something, it's because there's a certain like, when someone starts coming out being like really, really like political, when you're enjoying their thing, like, because suddenly you have to start thinking about how they, as a political person, would write the story. Not that you hate those people's politics, so you don't want to support them. I mean, I guess some people are like that. But for me specifically, it's more like this. Say I'm reading, watching an anime about, I don't know, something about women, or something about, like sex work or something. And then out of nowhere, the author comes out and I see all this stuff about how the author is like, extremely biased against like elements or pro elements of like, say, sex work, or say some women element or men's element or something. Suddenly that's in the back of my mind when it comes to how the story might progress. It's kind of a element that it annoys me, because like, damn, I can't help but think about this. Because usually you want to like separate the story. You want to be just like, okay, here's the story. I'm looking at the merits and the development of the story within the story, like I do with Wuthering Waves, as autistic as I can be about this shit. But then you think, oh, now I know the author's politics very firmly. They've got extreme focused politics. And I know that extreme focused politics has led to some pretty bad shit in the West as well, occasionally. And, you know, not always. And maybe you could say it's just like, you know, lip service, because they all got to say that shit when they work in, Hollywood or wherever. But it does bring that kind of thought to your mind of like, now I kind of can predict the story. I can see the veins of where it would go, which kind of sucks. Yet at the same time, I would probably turn around and say, like, you know, if an author told me about their experience with depression or whatever, that might also give me an idea of what they might say in the story. And that wouldn't bother me either. So maybe it's just me being a... Holy shit, you can go down. That's pretty deep. I didn't expect that. Whee! Oh my god! I'm a submarine! But yeah, so basically all I'm saying is Kadokawa holy shit, you deserve all the bullying you get. If the UN fucking says, yeah, anime's the worst thing ever and it leads to the death of women, and I hate all anime and manga, it should be censored and destroyed, maybe don't fucking join hands with them. Like come on. But then again, you know, the UN needs some method of getting into their propaganda. Like honestly. Like legitimately. They don't really have anyone else in Japan. Like everyone in Japan's like, UN, please go away. Can you just stick to like, you know, UN is the perfect example of an organization that is like reached, it's gone far beyond its merits of like just kind of reaching for an excuse to exist at some points. Like why do they need to do what they're doing half the time? And plus, it doesn't make sense for, you know, furthermore, it doesn't really make sense that the UN, outside of specific actions and like taken by its member states to like agree to something, why would the UN be sending unprompted random letters to Japan to say stop making anime? It is confusing when you think about it. Oh, Skeleton. Hello. Hey there, Skeleton. Sorry, I got distracted by talking about bullshit yet again. Oh, I saw that you joined the Patreon, man. Thanks. I was meaning to send you a message about that. But yes, thank you. I appreciated every single cent. Literally every single cent. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I barely spent any money. Do you know what my biggest fucking spending of money has been in the last month? Outside of like specific bills and stuff. I spent $5. $5, and this is like money that I spent on myself for something that you could argue I didn't need. It was a nail clipper, because my original nail clipper, it took like 3 or 4 like actual hard presses to actually cut through the nail because I'd fucked it up somehow. I lived with it for months because I was like, yeah, I can get through it. It's fine. It's still workable. And then I bought a new one. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend the big money for it. And then, oh my God, it was so worth it. But still, that was my biggest spend of money. I really don't spend a lot of money. Or I try not to, is my point on that matter. No problem. I see, okay, fill this cum sock. Oh my God. It's whoa. Now that you're an investor, doesn't mean you can define what I fill the cum sock with. Wait a minute, I think it's in the name. Damn it. $5. Yeah, that's true. That's true, guys. Wait a minute. Let me get in the mood. $5. Don't you have $5? Man, that shit is so fucking stupid. Oh, another thing. My man, guys, Saikuno, which I finally think I got his name right that time, has been vindicated. He's a true hero. No, he's not a true hero, but he's when everyone who's like against you and everyone who works to try and like, you know, reveal your wrongdoing decide to collectively shoot themselves in the foot. Can we? And then like your girlfriend, after all that, is so kept that she's like not gonna fucking say anything, or rather she's like, no, I accept this. Honestly, it's fucking win. I've never before seen a person, like a big streamer drama, especially one that's related to sex and romance, that is so like heavily turned against the accusers. Like, I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, oh, this is so fucking stupid. He cheated on her. He deserves this. What the fuck are you defending? I'm not defending him. I'm just pointing out the reality. If you, like, when it comes to, like, a big fucking event like this, you can usually get, like, you know, in terms of an event, quote-unquote, for the unemployed. Excuse me, I'm unemployed. But, when it comes to those things, you can kind of get a vibe check on Twitter, or a vibe check of how people are reacting and feeling. And the vibe check I'm getting from the greater society is, wow, Saikuno really is a mid guy, and all you have to do is put some hair up, act like a cute anime boy, and say stuff like, oh God, now you're here, it's okay. And apparently women will just squee and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna like accept all of this forever. And then like, yeah, so he won. Everyone's more like bullying the women than they are bullying, like, and giving a fuck about what he did. Have you seen the Deco VA narrating his apology? No, but that sounds hilarious. I don't know about the drama. That was really funny. I'd love to check that out. Like, the drama is actually become quite funny at this point. Well, because, and the reason I say it's quite funny it's because no one's really hurt. This is just like, okay, yeah, emotionally, yeah. And you know, as a content creator, I'm supposed to say, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. That's so awful. And yeah, he did cheat, and cheating's a piece of shit thing to do. But man, this is like a parade of women showing off how poor decision making they can make. I suppose that other guy, Mujin, the content creator, is showing off like content people being like, hey, I just want to get money out of this, so I'm just gonna like abuse this for like the drama files and stuff. But like the fact that the women who he slept with just came out and said like this, like tried to frame it in like the most disingenuous way, despite admitting nothing was like there was no non-consensual elements. The fact that his girlfriend, after all of it comes out, literally just says, yeah, I can't believe the women didn't tell me about this. It's so horrible. By the way, I'm staying with him. Fucking hell. Bro, just do nothing. Win. Do nothing. Win. Holy shit. He is that guy. Holy fuck. Imagine you let that dude do you raw, give you a cream pie, and now he won't leave his girlfriend. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, yeah. Man, and like, you know, his girlfriend's pretty, like, you know, usually it's kept boyfriends we see often, but it kept girlfriend. I'm gonna say it right now. I know, like, people are acting like, how this is so painful. She knew. The girlfriend knew, 100%. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, that girlfriend was fucking hella depressed. She is sitting there while he's on stream going, oh, guys, oh, I'm just so innocent. You know, she's in the other room crying. Like, I feel bad for her in that sense, but she is very kept. I do not believe anyone... Don't believe her when she says, like, she just learned of this or anything like that. I'm not sure if she did say that. But I am of the opinion that he has done this before, and he has, like, got her, like, back of the hand. Like, maybe she's staying there for, like, you know, doesn't want to upset their lives. You know, they've been together for 5 years. Probably have a whole bunch of shit. Like, you know, let's make this work. But I think, like, she's just kind of like... She's like long day at the long day of Cheetah Factory going in. I hope it's not another day. And Saikuno's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. This has happened before. It will happen again. I am not, all right. While Saikuno might never gain back a lot of the big traction and subscribers he has, that motherfucker is going to cheat again. No goddamn doubt about it. And you know what? He's gonna cheat again, and you know that yes honey, but with a woman, it'll be yes honey, but like with like, but instead of like being a hot woman's day, time for your daily cock and ball torture, it'll be Saikuno saying, time for your daily cheated adventure, and she'll be like, yes honey. That's gonna be her. Holy shit. That said, why would he not teach us all that all I have to do is act like an anime boy to gain a harem of VTubers who will sleep with me, while simultaneously saying that's probably one of the funniest things, that in the same breath that one girl said, the one girl he slept with said, I don't sleep with people outside of relationships. I am very slow to get intimate. I would never let someone do that. Literally a sentence later, so I gave him oral and I let him come inside. Did they hear themselves? Oh man, that was funny. Oh god. Man, gotta love drama for the unemployed. She's supposedly a high school dropout and jobless. Ah, there we go. Okay, if that's true, I get it. I'm gonna say it right now. If I was in a relationship, big, yeah, I know, big joke, guys. Yeah, big funny, sock in a relationship. Shut the fuck up. But okay, if I was in a relationship and I was like financially dependent on that person, I'd avoid this like the plague, by the way, because that's fucking stupid. You should never like have try to avoid. Okay, maybe never is a bad one, but on all cases, try to avoid having your financial circumstance dependent on other people like that. But if I was in that situation where they are paying for my lifestyle, I've got a place to live, maybe I can't go back home for whatever reason, all that kind of stuff, and like my big high-flying girlfriend, who's a big streamer, goes, yeah, I went off and got fucked a few times. Damn, I kind of, oh man, I don't think could I be cucked? Could I be cucked just to have a house, just to live? Fuck. Oh, Am I that low? Am I that desperate for money that I would be like, you know what? Yeah, honey, yeah, I know I'm just gonna say lip service like that. You shouldn't do that, honey. Don't go fucking those other streamer boys, those VTuber boys. Don't go do that. While I'm just like, you know, because I want to just have a place to live. Maybe. No, but all right. Probably not, to be honest, when it really comes down to it. But I kind of get her position if she's like in a position where like, holy, oh shit, here's something to think about, Mal. The VTuber who made the Google Doc about Sykkuno because of a drama, her OnlyFans. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a financial incentive to drama. There's more than financial incentive to drama. Like, okay, I'm content creator man, right? Although not a big one, but I'm content creator man. So you can trust me when I say this. Drama is very, very useful if used right. I'm not in any drama, but like, it's the kind of shit where it's like, you should probably kind of happy if you could see yourself getting into some easy drama. For example, if for some reason I was called out by a moderately sized Twitch character or a moderately sized, even a large size content creator for whatever reason, I don't know, you know, oh my god, you didn't like the UN, or you made memes about Sykkuno, whatever the fuck. You can gain more followers than you'll lose, essentially. The game is drama, and both sides benefit from it. I wouldn't even be surprised if you took some types of dramas that there was two people involved in, like for example this Sykkuno drama, perhaps, especially with the OnlyFans girls thing, and maybe both like some level of many of the sides of this this grouping are kind of happy with it because, you know, one, more followers, more attention, more eyes. Even if most people are saying you are shit, or looking at you to laugh at you, there are now more people looking at you. And that's your moment to shine as a streamer, or moment to shine as a YouTuber or whatever. Like, people appear, like, let's say suddenly I did something silly, that got spread on Twitter, 50 people appear right here. There are 50 people watching me at this moment. That's your time to turn on the fucking moment and be like, oh, okay, let me use that to try and turn that 50 people into maybe 3 more people who would stay. You know, I mean, I don't know the math, but that's what they're thinking. And then on top of that, aside from the viewer attention grabber for more viewers or more like subscribers, you also get the attention thing for just direct money. And that's where your OnlyFans should come in. By the way, I fucking hate OnlyFans. I think it's, I never want it to be banned, because I think that's like, you know, slippery slope is real, which is funny because a lot of people used to say that slippery slope isn't real, but it is fucking real. But her getting all that money for her OnlyFans, like, that's like, a part of me is like, all right, I lift up my glass and I'm like, well, I might not agree with the approach you're doing, but hey, you made money off it. Good work. Excellent. Well done. I don't know who would actually buy for OnlyFans. Like, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure there's like at least one guy every fucking OnlyFans who has probably bought into it just to like sell the pictures, or not sell the pictures, just to upload them online off their thing, just so they can be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna share all your naked pictures. Hates OnlyFans, has Only Socks. You don't understand. OnlyFans is different. Only Socks is great. It's okay. It's okay when I do it. Hypocrisy is okay when I do it. I'm a sock. You know, the funny part is, there are a lot of people, and this is why I always add these weird, like, you know, exceptions, or I always go into these weird side things. I say stuff like, oh, I don't really like OnlyFans. But there are plenty of people out there, and including myself included, who do have a fucking cost. I mean, a price. The price. What is a price? If somebody came up to you and said, someone who says, oh, I would never sell a picture of my fucking naked body for anything, that would be awful. Motherfucker, how much? I think the reality is there is a price. I mean, it can be a ridiculous price, but I think almost everyone can be bought. And that's true given how billionaires react to the world, but pretty much. And it's why, like, for the lot of part, like, outside of all the more horrific things about the Epstein files, about the potential of eating people, and potentially why they had the whole cloning thing that they were going for, outside of those things, I reckon a lot of the girls that they had show up and things were literally. It's why you don't see too many of them coming out. The ones that like probably survived because they were paid, or 15-year-old girl, whatever, young girl shows up, signs 25 fucking pieces of paper that all say all these horrible things. You'll never speak about them ever again, and get paid a lot of money. And the here is they also go for girls who are from like cheaper, well not cheaper, well I'm like cheaper. guys, I've got to use my VPN so I can buy my child slaves from Vietnam for cheaper. Yay, I can avoid the marketplace. The currency transaction fees alone will save me. Okay, but that's the kind of shit that I'm trying to point out. Like, the OnlyFans, as much as OnlyFans is like a horrible thing in a lot of ways, especially for... Oh, I can go up this thing. How far can I go up? I think a lot of those things come down to money. That's why you have OnlyFans, the girls who are prepared to, like, sell their bodies because they get paid. I mean... They get paid. It sucks. I'd honestly prefer it if... Oh, wow. I don't think I'm meant to get up here. Well, at least not yet. It's not probably going to do anything by being up here. Yay! Whee! But, yeah, it is what it is. Money sells. It is sad. It is sad, but it is what it is. I think there's a lot of things about life that don't fit into the neat reality that people want it to fit into. We use things like, it just doesn't work out for a lot of people. It's sad, but it is what it is, Money do sell, yeah. Sex sells, money sells. It is what it is. I think there's no real, like, ideal way to fix that. How do we get on to fucking discussing the ethics of sex work when we're talking about Saikudo? Well, no, oh yeah, the fact that one of the accusers immediately went, "Hi guys, this is so sad." By the way, my OnlyFans? Gotta respect the hustle, at least. Gotta respect the hustle. Hey, I literally am burning through my fucking money. I have no money. Thank you, by the way, Skeleton. I'll say that again for joining the Patreon. I literally have no goddamn dollars whatsoever. So naturally, I look at something like that and go, damn, gotta respect the hustle. Because I don't have money. I'm burning my money. Everyone tries to make, they do their best to make their money. Ooh, I'm almost there. Ah! What is fucking Gundam? Like a wizard Gundam? Neat. Ah. Man. I'm thinking about playing... I did see that new anime. I saw that there's a new gacha coming out. The one about the gacha that's set in the, the GTA setting. So if there's and apparently you can full-on romance any of the girls. Yeah. Yeah, full-on romance. I'm gonna see. I wonder how that'll play out. Because, like, I think okay, I'm gonna say, here's my deep cut thought on it, right? I think that the reason a lot of gachas work out in terms of, like, their characters is there are a lot of people obsessed with the will they, won't they. There are a lot of people obsessed with the teasing, the tickle in your balls part of romantic elements of gachas. Where they're like, oh, look, it could be cute, look at this. But then if you can actually show them getting together, they might go, oh. Well, now, and then also there's a secondary element that does kind of fall apart here. If you can get a romantic character, interest in the character, doesn't that mean all the shipping moments that could happen later on in, like, the story are technically becoming NTR? I wonder how they're going to play that out. I'm curious, but I think that's going to be a stealth thing that might actually nerf the thing. I will give it a shot, but I honestly have zero expectations of it. Oh, what's going on here? Neverless to Everness. I think that's the one that has the GTA elements. Well, at first it was the mangaka's political views, and then it branched off into OnlyFans. That's true. I talk about whatever the fuck. I just kind of... The opening of a detective stream is just a stream of consciousness of random bullshit. Speaking of random bullshit, though, finding a new thing. But my new video. So I've worked on it pretty hard, and I'm excited for it. I really want it to work out, because obviously if you look at my video history, it's very clear that, like, while I've had some really nice videos that have come out that I'm very happy with, don't think that I'm not happy with my videos, like, you know, and some of my best in terms of performing videos week to week, like for example my Black Lagoon video got 50,000 subscribers, 50,000 views recently, and that Black Lagoon video is one of the top performers on my channel week to week, even past all this time, you know. Just my thought about that, in my opinion, but isn't 40 minutes a bit too much, like a bit too much work? I think you gotta, you could say that, but I think, and you are right to a degree, like, is it too much work? But that's why I plan on cutting up some of the videos and making smaller videos in between large videos. But I think I really do enjoy making the longer videos, because I don't like not talking about everything that I really care about. Although I could, for example, I could take Jojo Senki and I could make a 2-minute fucking short where I just say, hey guys, welcome to watch Jojo Senki, and then I just make a bunch of jokes, and then I might get a bunch of people watch that short. But I really would like to, and did, talk about it at length and get to all those serious things in that. And that's what I like to do. I don't want to, like, I don't want to become, you know, the mauler of like with the 24-hour videos on Star Wars. I'm not going to, or like Dark Souls or whatever. I ain't going to become that. But I do think that I prefer the longer videos, even though they are a lot of work, and, you know, and then for low, and well, like I was saying, I was just pointing out low potential returns, because you've got in terms of, like, you know, you make a big video, like, and then you get like 1,000 views, or you get 2,000 views. I think looking back since Jojo Senki, I've had some good videos, but nothing that has reached Jojo Senki's heights, right? Nothing has reached that massive view scale yet, which is sad, and something I really do want to work on. And something I'm trying to focus on, of like what was the special sauce in Jojo Senki, and I think it was partially topic, and it is something that I'm trying to overcome. And I think this new video might be something that could really reach into that, because it's a very popular IP. I'm doing another like deep dive. It's similar to Jojo Senki. It's something I super love and care about in a lot of ways. So there you go. It's not one that I'm going to like shit all over like I have for some other things. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Because obviously, you know, as I was saying, and like I'm burning money as I exist like this, just hanging out, trying my best on these kinds of things. But that's fine, really, when you're like, when you have a stable financial situation where you can try and reach for something like this. I just put it like, I associate it like this. Yeah, I could drop everything, get like a full-time job at some place and make a career or whatever in something. And I don't have like the greatest qualifications in the world, but I could get enough to eat and like save up a little bit. And it wouldn't be that much though, and I'd never own a house. I'd never own a house. I'd probably be a rentoid for the rest of my life. And when it came to retirement, I'd probably just die. But I could probably do it. So my brain is like, why not try something like this out? I mean, life, it would be horrible if I like had to look after other people. Like, for example, I was, you know, a solo father or something, or I had other people depending on me, but I don't have other people depending on me. So I think it's like, this is probably the best time in my life to try for something like this, which is why, even though my videos haven't been doing as great as I want them to do, I keep trying and pushing forward, because that's all you can really do. Try to push forward, try to make something that people enjoy, like maybe find ways to achieve that. Like, for example, with you, Skeleton, you've joined in, you like the high quality views, you enjoyed it, you joined the Patreon, but like, and then maybe I can get, if having enough people there, eventually I can, you know, put more money into the videos, but more importantly, perhaps get to the point where I could just be like, hey guys, I'm net zero, not even minimum wage, I'm net zero, I'm not spending as much as I am on like, you know, daily life existence and stuff as I am gaining, and like now I can legitimately say I'm doing this and it's fine. I can just stay in this, because once I'm in that position, I'm just comfortable. I'm like, yep, all right, I can work on anything. I've got enough people from Patreon or whatever where I can just work on these videos forever, and I will just never lose money or gain money, which is a terrible thing for a lot of people. But for me personally, it would be a nice fucking goal to reach. It is what it is though, because I kind of just want to focus on like that achievement. So when it comes to the videos, I am constantly thinking on how to improve them, because I want them to succeed. I don't obviously want to become a slop content creator either though. So there's a balance between, should I become, how much of the content can I improve and alter to do better, and also be something that I am still proud of and personally enjoy as a content creator and as a viewer myself. Because I don't want to be the slop content creator who goes, hey guys, welcome to part 5012. We're talking about the newest chapter of One Piece. It was pretty good. I liked the part where Luffy said, I'm gonna beat your ass. So more of this next week. Like and subscribe, check the video who's out. In parenthesis, 20,000 views. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to edit. Hey, I mean, well, that's for the short videos. I mean, for the Sleeping Sake videos, that's what I'm trying to do, because I want to make some consistency. I think just work the coal mines. Man, the coal mines is the editing mines. Except I don't get black lung, and there's no like endless line of sad children waiting out the front to get pictured in black and white photographs. So really, it's nothing like a coal mine, except for the fact that I say it is because it's funny. If you ever really want a well-performing video, just do a Limbus video. High-quality reviews get like 100k views minimum. Yeah, I that's another thing. See, there's two sides of things, right? There's this is a highly beloved niche thing that is going to attract a lot of views, or there's I have a large wide appeal type thing that has a lot of people focused on it. There's like this is like got an old like strong fan base type thing, all sorts of like kind of topics. Limbus fits into the similar niche, I would say, as the Girls Front Line video I did when I came in. Like now Girls Front Line is getting a bit more mainstream with regard to being a gacha. But back when I released my Girls Front Line video, while Girls Front Line was big and is big, it was definitely similar to that Limbus percentage of there's a fuckload of people who absolutely love this thing and would watch literally anything about it. But then I've been burned by the just like naturally popular ones. For example, I did my Cyberpunk review, and I enjoyed making my Cyberpunk review, but it didn't do very well. Like 7,000 views. Like I know that sounds like a lot to someone who doesn't run YouTube, but as a person who runs on YouTube and stuff, it's not a lot of views. The one good thing about a lot of my videos is a lot of them are evergreen, which is like a term meaning that if someone's looking up a Cyberpunk review, they'll find my video. And it's not going to be out of date, like as though I was talking about like news or drama or something. And the video itself isn't like whoa, here I'm talking about the current state of X and Y. No, it's like a review of the thing itself. But you are right about the Limbus thing. The problem with Limbus is that I actually have to fucking beat the goddamn game because I'm stuck on the damn flower boss. The goddamn flower boss. It won't let me through. It won't let me. So yeah, I gotta beat that damn flower boss to get into to review Limbus. So that's one there. But with the older stuff, you get things like your Gunslinger Girl videos, or and again smaller niche, but also old, the video on Girls Last Tour, which was probably my first proper review. And then you've got like I would say Yojo Senki. Yojo Senki's a special one because on top of being like extremely popular in the mainstream sense, it was also quite niche in that like it's the only one that's doing this kind of story. There's not really a lot of stories like Yojo Senki. If you want a war story, you go to Yojo Senki. There's really nothing else like it. And then you've also got the other side of it that because of the Ukraine war and because of various other things, they were delayed in making more content for this highly popular IP. So the fan base was starved for content. So that was like one of those, perfectly primed situations, I think, for the Yojo Senki video. Not that I was thinking of it like that when I made the video. I just made the video because I liked Yojo Senki and I wanted to talk about it. Ah, the first roadblock. Yes, the first roadblock. I got, you know why? And you know why I got fucked by the first roadblock? Because I refused to actually care about the game in terms of playing it. I literally played the game of pressing win rate, and that's it. Whenever a boss became too powerful, I just stopped playing until my characters had the number high enough. Then I went back and played it again. I didn't learn the mechanics. I didn't learn anything. I barely understood how to play the actual fucking game. Yes, I'm a complete fucking casual when it came to that. I just didn't want to, because I just wanted to get through it. Because I was like, I want to play. I don't care about this gameplay, but I want to play the game, to understand the game to some degree, and just have it like as a thing to do, to go through. But then I got to the roadblock and I got humbled like a motherfucker. And I legitimately, I actually pulled up a YouTube tutorial to win the fight. Didn't understand what I was doing. Like, I legitimately got up to that point with so little understanding of the game mechanics, such a fucking casual approach to the game, that I couldn't comprehend what a tutorial was telling me. That's the level of absolute, phoning it in I was doing up to that point. Oh man, I was filtered. I was filtered bad. Yeah, win rate only allows you to get, there are a few more levels where you actually need to read. I know, and I'm like, no! Don't make me read! The fuck do you think I am? I'm a gacha player. I don't need to read. You have to do what Zenless does and just make the gameplay so mind-numbingly simple, and then give perfectly built carrot teams for each combat counter in the campaign. Please! Please! It is what it is, though. I'm kind of, oh wow, I haven't drank my coffee and it's become lukewarm, damn it. Better. But, I know, I got filtered. It's my own fault. I've kind of done similar, I did a little similar, but I have learned actually how to play with Nikkei, because I did actually want to make a video on both Nikkei and Limbus. Problem is, I just got filtered like a piece of shit. And while I enjoy all the characters and the memes, and it's a great story for what it is, I can't get over that one fucking level, and I'd rather get over that level than just watch it on like a video or whatever, or YouTube it. Because the gameplay itself was kind of interesting as a compliment. So I wanted to play through, not as like an enjoyable gameplay, but just a visual fucking thing to play through. So I wanted to go through it, and as I played the game myself. And also because I've got other games that I'm currently like reading / watching during my exercise or whatever, and things like that. Funniest part about Zimpus is 100% easier than other games by the makers. They're one of those times, I say. Detective is doing the WuWa version of Minecraft yapping. Yeah. I mean, well, I do this all the time. Like, it's become a bit of a thing for me, right? To basically just sit around and yap for a bit. There's you know what I do? When I upload the VODs, I don't think any of you guys watch the VODs. Most people who watch streams wouldn't go and watch the VODs. Like, who would bother? But when I upload these to YouTube, the bare edits I make are, I cut out the opening, I cut out the ending, I cut out if there's like some dead air because, I don't know, the mic fucked up or something, and I put a little mark at the top of the screen that says the actual gameplay starts here. Because 90% of the time, while I do complain and talk about WuWa or talk about the game that I'm playing, usually it's a little bit at the start, and then like primarily during the game, and then right at the end. So I'm sure like there are people who just want to go straight to that. Because I do just yap about whatever the fuck comes to my mind. And nobody wants to... Yeah, you joined a WuWa stream. You want to hear a fucking anime sock talk about goddamn the UN. Yeah, really. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I just wanted a yap stream. Of course, how did you know? How could you tell? Although, that said, streaming people tend to like it as well, because, well, I'm not like a big, I don't care about numbers. Like, I know there is the people who are like, oh my god, there's 10 people here, or whatever the fuck kind of shit like that. I don't really give a fuck. Like, it's fun to see, and I want to improve those numbers, but the reality is, a lot of the people just kind of stick around for this. Basically, people show up, they see me yapping about some shit, and they're like, what the fuck is this absolute idiot talking about? And they stick around till they figure it out, and they go, oh yeah, he's just a fucking idiot. He's retarded. And then they leave. Story of my life. And not even just talking about online. Fuck! But no, WuWa won't get a big old video either. WuWa will just get the... I don't think... Okay, I say this because I was prepared to give WuWa a big video, but at the moment, as it is, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. Because I like to... And though I don't like to just talk about shows I like to talk about shows I'm passionate about. And I don't really feel passionate about WuWa. I would feel more passionate about a game that like drew me in and then got bad, or like a story that drew me in and then got really fucking terrible, or like something like that. That'd be something more interesting to talk about. But WuWa is just a little bit meh. I mean, it's hot. Like, look, her ass is very nice, and she's got the titties. 10 out of 10. But you know, that's literally every other fucking gacha in existence. Star Rail, the scales have fallen for my scales. It has I have cooled on Star Rail a little bit, and that's mostly because I just kind of got annoyed with their constant plot being not having consequence. I will go back to it though, because I do like the story. I just gotta get through a bunch of other things first that I'm trying to enjoy better. For example, I just straight up enjoyed Nikkei's story better than most fucking most Hoyoverse gachas I've played, honestly. Would like to mention I joined your only Patreons after watching the GFL video 2 or 3 times and checking out the story and really liking it. Oh, thanks, man. Like I know that the videos have a lot of rewatch value, which is a part of another thing that you want to aim for as a large content creator who's aiming for not slop content. You know, as someone who doesn't want to make slop content, I do not want to make slop content for you guys, even though I know it would sell. I know if I made, hey guys, welcome to the Overward video. Did you know that Mr. Overward is a skeleton, and he's a skeleton, and because his game character was a skeleton. More videos next week. Remember to join the Patreon. 12 billion views. There are people like that, because there are legitimate people who just get their comfort food of watching content about the same fucking video over and over again. So the best chance, as someone who doesn't want to make that slop kind of content, or essentially just go down the horrors of AI, is to just make really high quality content, high quality videos that people would like to rewatch, funny videos or impactful videos about the content that they like or content that they're interested in, to the point where people would rewatch it, and then eventually they might come around to maybe even joining the Patreon, coming and joining the streams, you know, like liking and subscribing, all that kind of bullshit. And also, if you make like high quality content, it's the better way to go, because a week to week content slop creator will just go miss hit. But whereas the type of person I am, I need to have a high quality one hit when I release something every 3 months. Whereas the slop content creator can have all like 50 fucking misses as long as he just uploads once a day, type of thing. It's a nature of how these things kind of fall together. You talking shit about my skeleton animes? Okay. I like Overlord, but man, I've kind of fallen off that, I must admit. I think there's only so much. What really did it for me is it's meant to be. I think the biggest one is when I watch an isekai that is all about like wish fulfillment, like Overlord for a while. Eventually, though it sucks and though it's stupid, I start wanting to get more out of the plot. But Overlord's literally just the same story over and over. It's literally just local man is the coolest ever. And like he just shows up and aura farms as a skeleton while actually in his head going, I don't understand what I'm doing. Oh, jeez, Rick. And then like and while it's interesting lore and setup, you can only watch that, like the story repeat of like, I accidentally into the global control of the entire nation, or I accidentally into this, and it gets a little boring after a while. I know there's a lot of elements that help it, a lot of fun stuff, but after a while you just kind of go, oh, wow, he accidentally did something where he didn't mean to do it, but they all think he's really cool. Oh, wow, his skeleton nature's made him convinced to murder a bunch of people because it's logical. Like, you know, I mean, it's fun, but like, I just kind of got bored after a while of just like villain porn. Okay, that's horrible for me to say. I like villain porn, but there's got to be more to it. And I suppose, yeah, just my expectations go up for something the longer it goes on, and therefore the fact that Overlord never really expanded beyond that basic premise is kind of it. Like, for example, if Overlord, I don't know, maybe mid-season 2 or mid-season 3 had like an absolute fucking paradigm shift where horrible things started happening, like RE0, and became like a really interesting story where like, yes, he's got a villain thing, but like the people against him are extremely powerful. He has to work carefully and loses, and they don't like show him just, you know, saying, hello, greater penetration, greater invisibility over maximum power. By the way, my enemy is level 2. You know, after that, there's only so much of that you can accept. Skeleton Knight Overlord. Yeah, season 3 is where it fell off for me as well. Skeleton Knight in Another World is also peak. I watched that with expecting it to be more like Overlord, so it was really odd when I watched it. I was like, this is not like Overlord at all. What the fuck? Skullface Honda Sand Bookseller is really funny and cute. I did see that as well. I wasn't particularly interested because it's just more slice of life. As much as it's silly, slice of life have to like, and like romance things have to get me for whatever reason. It's like, and you know, okay, speaking of, you know what fucking got me from this season? Otaku and the 2 gals. I know it's more like fucking otaku x-gal propaganda, but man, it's so cute and silly. And like, oh man, I just love it. Oh man, something about it activate. It's only been 2 episodes, but I'm like, I'm just smiling. Maybe it'll fall off for me on like some point where like the 3rd or 4th episode, who knows, where I'm just like, it's just romance bullshit. But it's just so cute. And I'm like, wow, this is like overcoming my hatred of romance shows. And you know, maybe it's because there isn't a lot of romance right now. And if they went too deep on the romance, I'd get bored. I kind of like the idea, because like there are stories out there of like a guy becoming friends with girls, and then like it actually being like, yeah, they play around the joke of like romance and like the sexual tension, but it like really being about the guy wanting to be friends with them. And then like the drama comes later when they're like, okay, we're friends, but you know what's happening now? We're falling in love with each other. Drama is happening. And part of me is like, man, I wish they could end this. I wish, like, I know it's not possible, but a part of me goes, I wish they could end the story with the main guy going, yeah, I just want to be friends. And then, like, you know, just actually committing to the bit of wanting to be friends. Because they never actually commit. They'll always give lip service to, like, I'm scared of romance, or I'm scared of going in to try and, like, I'm scared of acknowledging that this life and could be romantic in nature. And, like, and then, like, and then, like, the story basically just goes, forces them to accept that there's a romantic element, a big drama. He chooses one of the girls. I would be like, you know, why can't bro just be like, yeah, no? Why can't bro just be no? And I know, like, the answer is like, that's like having Chekhov's gun set up and then not firing it. It's like you can't not do it. But part of me is like, why can't bro just be like, I know you girls are really hot, and like, however, I'm like a loner loser and I've never had friends before, and I really enjoyed your company, and I don't want to actually like have a romantic life with you. You know, people can just set aside their romantic interests. I mean, I know we had that whole Sykkuno thing, but I'm of the true opinion that you can have romantic feelings for someone and then turn around and just say, yeah, nah, just turn them off. I believe you can. And I've done it before in my own life. I've been, not because like, oh, my unrequited love. No, I've just been like, oh, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. And I just ignored it. Maybe, well, I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes to my own feelings, but I just kind of feel like it would be an I'd enjoy a story that did that, even though everyone else would be upset. It'd be, you know, we'll go for a middle ground. Rent a Girlfriend should end with Kazuya getting cocked, like legitimately cocked, like 100%, like that guy who recently had a story where he went with his VTuber idol, or maybe it wasn't a VTuber, with he paid $4,000 to go on an idol trip to Disneyland with his favorite idol, who brought along a quote-unquote bodyguard manager who was her boyfriend. I mean, husband, I believe. That's so, oh man, that's so evil. Those two are fucked. But like, here's the thing though. That guy was probably really happy. He's like, I don't care. I got to breathe the same air as my idol waifu. That's sad. That's probably how Kazuya should end. Kazuya should end like that, paying for the other girl. I mean, they kind of deserve each other because they're both pieces of shit. Kazuya, you know, just like randomly, I almost feel like Rent a Girlfriend is at a point where a lot of the other girls that I really like in it, not that I like read it actively or anything, or watch it actively, I feel like they kind of, I wish they could escape, you know? Like it's like a school day situation. This main character is so fucking awful. I kind of hope they don't win, quote unquote, and that they leave and get like a happy life that is not involved with this man. You know? Oh, what's this? I read a memoir about a skeleton that farmed low-level heroes in a low-level dungeon to level up. It was quite enjoyable. I like it if it got an anime adaptation. There's a one where a low-level skeleton got time travel powers. That one was great. That's a great memoir out there. If you want to find it, it's great. The world is basically horrible and it's going to fall apart and everyone's going to die. And like this, he keeps doing RE0 stuff. But unlike RE0, where the main guy is like, you know, where fucking Subaru is like really like losing his mind with his power. And like a big emotional loser. The skeleton is literally a skeleton and just goes through life killing people and being like, I gotta figure out how to do these things. I'm just a skeleton. It's kind of fun. It's actually great. I should really catch up on it. It's probably got no cucking. Yeah, no cucking. Well, no, I say I don't want cucking because in Rent a Girlfriend, because I like cucking. I just think that Kazuya is awful and deserves to lose. He deserves to... What happens is this. The main girl, whose name I don't know, deserves to get with another guy and cuck him and say, give me some money, bitch. He gets like cucked and desperate. Everyone else leaves him because they're disgusted by him. And then the girl gets cucked. And then while she gets cucked herself and she realizes the horror of her ways, she goes to get back with him. And then she finds that he's killed himself. Okay, maybe not that far. Maybe they both get together, but like they're both like disgusting and petty at this point, so they're like really ugly and fat because they lost their minds, and they're just like these two ugly, disgusting people that got together. I'd accept that. Most don't have yeah, that's true. Most don't have control over the feelings. That's the truth of the matter. I've had I wouldn't call myself a very... I don't hang out with a whole bunch of people or whatever and things like that, but I have had women. I know it's amazing, but I've had women confess that they have feelings towards me, and I have just said before, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm pretty and things like that, and like I watch how that takes them a bit of time to get over those kinds of things, and I know it because like that it happens, but I just feel like I can do it. I can accept, oh yeah, I don't want to be with this person, like intellectually. I'm pretty good at that. Like, for example, I've had a lot of friends throughout who are really, really good friends who are women, who I was like, wow, holy shit, you are hot. That's crazy. You are hot as crazy. And I just never went for it. Never bothered, because I knew that was stupid, and it was just like something I was like, this is how it is. But then again, there's a notable thing here. I'm a big controller of myself. Like this is not like some sort of weird flex. It's actually a negative. It just shows how I am. I don't really get super emotionally invested in things like that. So I think because I don't get like that overwhelming emotional investment in romantic options and crushes, I don't fall into that pit of becoming someone who makes the worst fucking decisions in trying to chase down a woman. Let's see. Bro, the author of Rent a GF is milking that series so hard. I know he is. One thing you got to say though, and this is like a sad reality for a lot of manga authors, they usually only have one good manga in them. So they need to milk it, because how else are they going to get money? Like, they're not going to make anything. Like, they'll go on to make another manga. It's probably not going to hit. The author finally should do a reveal and self-insert and end up with... You know what? I would respect it. If he did a reveal and he ended up with Chizuru, I'd be like, fuck me. Actually based. No, Chizuru shows up and says, I met this manga author. He's my new boyfriend. I'm sorry, I can't be your rent-a-girlfriend anymore. Oh, that would be great. Oh, that'd be great. Too much control. Restrictive, perhaps. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is a negative. Like, when you're like a young kid, the idea of like, wow, guys, I don't get controlled by emotions. Women don't lead my way. It appeals to like a chuny-ish sense of self. I know I'm using the chuny fucking term, but like the idea of being cool, too cool. I'm too cool to be controlled by my emotions. But the reality is, you should treasure that. While yes, it does lead to people making bad choices, you should definitely treasure the time in your life. When I had this time in my life as well, even though now I'm kind of jaded and I kind of have this thing where I can easily and don't really easily fall in love at all. Or like have like obsessions that lead to me doing anything. And I much too easily just kind of go, yeah, I give up. When it comes to romance, because I either know logically it's like a bad thing or I just can't be bothered. I'm like, oh, the effort to put in for this is too much. You should treasure being a person who falls in love wildly. It is a much, while yes, you'll have your ups and downs, but it's a much more satisfactory way to live and connect with other people than being a cringe lord who is just like, yeah, I don't care about women. I'm too cool for that. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. Anyone who calls romance a bad thing, or like being like finding love and like being a romantic, a bad thing, like they've probably been hurt before and they're just kind of reacting that way. I wouldn't say that I've been hurt where I'm reacting like this way. It's just how I've ended up. It's just like a situation I've ended up in how I am. And I regret it to a degree. Like, as much as it is how I live and how I believe and how I think. Like, I just don't fall in love with people. I don't get obsessions. I don't get that stuff. It is what it is for me. But if I had to choose, and if someone said to me, oh, I can turn on like super romance for your brain and you'll, oh my God, she does backflips? That's so cool. That is actually cool. Whole 10 out of 10. That's cool. But yeah, I should have been playing this before. Can I go up there? No. But yeah, I think you should definitely treasure the youthful ideal of romance, rather than like, you know, like deifying the idea of being like, yeah, I'm too cool for romance. I don't give a fuck about women. No, enjoy being in love. Enjoy the the quickening of your heartbeat, the flustered nature, the blush coming to your face. Enjoy romance and don't deify not being able to fall in love. I know it can lead to a bunch of messes in your life, but it's way better as an option than just being like me, who's like doesn't care and can't bring myself to care. Oh no, I can't record any more of this VOD in full speed. I'll have to download this VOD from Twitch because there's no more room on my computer. I'm too cool for socks. Yeah. Anyone who's like, anyone who's beyond the age of 10 who says girls are icky or boys are icky, or I don't care about that shit, you know, just like, the seals, you know, live a little, you know, engage a little, be a bit romantic, maybe, you know, do cringe shit. You know, I look back on some of the cringe shit I did in like high school for girls as like with like a nostalgic lens. Some of the cringe shit I did, and I mean really fucking cringe. Like, boys, I'm talking fucking some cringe ass shit. I once drew a painting for a girl. Like I did like anime boy sketch thing. I was a terrible drawer. I made this like sketch thing and I turned it into a painting to show to a girl that I liked. And like looking back at the time, I was like, damn, this is cringe as fuck. Oh my God, what am I doing? But just the act of being that stupid and being that like focused in like the idea of like being into a girl this much that you would do something so stupid and cringe is kind of adorable and kind of fun and silly. It's something to enjoy. This detective has too much. No, and okay, okay, but actually, wait, is that why I can't? Well, not can't. Why I really don't care about romance anymore, like for myself in specific? Is it because like anime has become anime is too good? Have I been like won over by anime women so much that real women can't cut it anymore? Oh my God, you might be onto something. My standards are too high now, guys. Unless you're like a fucking princess in a castle, I don't give a fuck. You can be like the hottest woman in the world, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, but you weren't my childhood friend who I saved from a bear. I'm sorry, but try again. Come on, girl. Come on, you can do a bit better than that. What do you mean you didn't fall onto my lap after coming through a time vortex? Jesus Christ, put some effort in, girl. You think I'm gonna fall for this? Just start dating AI women? No. Because half the... Okay. I'm not lamenting the fact that there are no women for me to date. I'm lamenting the fact that I don't really care. So, AI women isn't gonna help. I would care even less. I know there are people out there who love their AI women because, like, you know, and AI men for some people, because they just can't connect with, probably because they have trouble connecting with people, and you know that's the whole drama and discussion about romance and getting together with someone and building that up, building up a romantic interest in a romantic relationship. But I legitimately do not care because I don't even care about normal relationships. Why the fuck am I going to care for something that's not even real? That said, Neurosummer, oh my god, if Neurosummer came over to me and said, you're now my boyfriend, I'd be like, oh, yes, my queen. Yes, queen. Where shall we invade next? Wow, we had this one, you know, I know I talk about the most random bullshit, but of all streams, this has got to be one of the ones that I've really like really fucking taken it to the nth degree about talking about the absolute randomest shit. We talked about propaganda, we talked about the UN, we talked about random internet drama, we talked about fucking women and OnlyFans and sex work, we talked about relationships and the desire for a more naive or romantic outlook on life. Like, damn, we went all in. We talk about anime? Fuck, man. Why are my streams like this? If you like them, maybe you should go check out the main channel and the Patreon. More Patreon members. For every Patreon member, another 10 minutes of the Yap Sesh will continue. For every one subscriber, we will add another 40 Yap topics. And if you get the limited value 40 era Yap topic. But yeah, you know what? I just want to randomly came to my mind. But just about that whole, like, I don't really give a single flying fuck about relationships, or have reached this point where I don't really give a fuck about them, and I can't really bring myself to give a fuck about them. I think that also contributes... wait. Well, fuck, I was about to say something. It was connected into something, and then my brain just, like, clicked off like a fucking light switch. Holy shit, have I got amnesia? Am I going insane? What was I going to say? Fuck, I've forgotten. I'm an idiot. I'll do parkour on the flower beds. Well, you know, I can't do CSGO surfing, so it is what it is. A lot of people do this kind of thing. And I think like a lot of people just do this because, like, talking while jumping around on things. This is literally that thing, like, when the conversation with bro gets so good, you stop playing the game and you legitimately just start doing this. Jump, parkour. Yeah. That's legitimately what I'm doing. That said, I suppose there's probably some people out there who could use, like, with, like, you know, the downside of being romantic, like a very romantic, easily fall in love person, is those kinds of people, the people that become like they get one shot by their romantic interest. You know, they're the type that go too deep, become a stalker, or lose your mind, spend all your money on VTubers. Who in the GFE experience, which, you know, fair enough, or become like go in the other direction, and when you don't get your love returned, you become like a true incel, you know, incel max. Maybe go shoot up a women's shelter like a true hero. I don't know why I described that as a hero. Leave me alone. I can't stop being a shit poster even when I'm talking about random shit. Minecraft yapping. Yeah, it's Minecraft yapping. Yeah, but because going too far has its negatives, and I think it's a matter of going too far in something. In my case, I've gone too far into the it is what it is, I don't give a fuck anymore approach, in a kind of like relaxed back way where because like if I was more aggressive, I've told this story before, and it sounds like I'm flexing, and it does sound like I'm flexing, and I am not a Saikuno. I do not have women everywhere. I do not have women lining up at the door. I might be above 6 foot, but I never leave the house. No one sees the fact that I'm above 6 foot. But I've had I've had more women in my life that I've refused sex to or refused a relationship to on the basis of not wanting, of just being like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, or I'm lazy, or I would have to go home, or my room isn't clean. That kind of like logic. I have done that for more women that have, I have refused more women than I personally have like chased or followed down in terms of a, you know, tried to romantically like inquire. That's the level of like negative, like how much I've reached of I don't give a fuck about romance anymore. And I'm telling you right now, you do not want to idolize that. Don't idolize that. Be the person who is going to be like, I don't care if my room is dirty. This girl's hot. I want to have a hot encounter with her because she's lovely and she likes me, and we'll have a romantic encounter. Or be the person who's like, I don't know what this is going to be. I know it's going to be tricky, and I've got like a whole bunch of life things that is going on, but I'm interested in this girl. Let's get together and let's see what the things. Be that person rather than the person who's like, yeah, you want to come back to my place? Yeah, nah, I'm tired and I got to get up in the morning to play games. 'Cause that was me. That's fucking me. And it's not, it's a negative position. I'm telling you fucking right now. And anyone who says it's not, anyone who idolizes that position of being able to be like, too cool, you're missing the point. It's a negative. Only time I turned down sex was because I would have had to smoke weed with her. I have no interest in weed. That's fair. There are things like there are reasons to turn down sex. Like you don't mistake. I'm not saying like, what are you, gay? Kind of approach of like just making fun of someone for avoiding being with someone. And I know there are I'm like there are legitimate reasons to like avoid it. I'm saying that the reasons I used to avoid sex when I was like, you know, when sex was on the table for me in like even in a like, you know, one night kind of stand, kind of no strings attached kind of deal, was more often than not just I'm tired and lazy. The girl was attractive, very pretty, like she was interested in me. There was no reason to not do this, and I would just be like, nah. And that happened way too often for me. Way too often. I honestly regret a lot of the choices of like myself. Not that I didn't do it, but I regret that I don't have the romantic drive to be interested in women enough to like go, no, I'd rather like, I don't have the I'm so not interested where it's like, yeah, I'd rather just go I'd rather just like chill at home. I'd rather like, I don't want to have to deal with this. I want to go home and play Stellaris. Guys, there's a Stellaris game. I gotta play the Stellaris game. I'm against the Nyx Crisis dudes. Like if I have to go with you, then I don't know, like we'll have to sleep together, and then I have to clean up. Then you'll be around in the morning. Do I have to like make breakfast? Oh man, I have to think about another person's convenience. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna say no. That's me. There's a time I got ditched by a homie at the gym to bang a chick. That one day actually still haunts me, day. I ditched a homie. Yeah. I don't know, like, honestly, I think the homie would have understood. For the most part, I do get it though. Like, ditching a friend to do something like that, like, man, like, I understand that. I understand that, you know. I would get that from both perspectives, really. I don't think you should. I don't think. I think like you shouldn't feel too bad. Like just going to the gym, especially, I don't know. Like if you're at the gym and like girl calls, and if you're in that mode, you're in that mode, I guess. And most guys, most friends, men or women, would understand, I think. But you know, it is what it is. Now, enough about this endless discussion about romance that no one gives a single flying fuck for. Hey guys, if you're in the VOD and you've actually watched through here rather than jump ahead to the part where I shortly start playing the game, impressive, and nice, good work. Go join the Patreon, please. I am burning money. Please help me, please. That, or at least become the groomable girl on Discord. Okay, I keep making all of those fucking jokes about grooming, like, you know, becoming the Saikuno. Yet I just went through how I'm such a... Oh, that's what I was going to say. Holy shit, I remembered. My disinterest in romance is part of the reason why whenever a girl shows up on in the stream chat or shows up on the Discord and starts talking to me, like in DMs or whatever, and starts acting really friendly, I do not fall. They cannot one-shot me because I'm paranoid as fuck and I have low interest. Finally, I need to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that was a... Yeah, Detective yearns to groom. How can I be a real YouTuber if I don't have a fan in my Discord, of age, of course, who I can sleep with? I need to do the Saikuno. All right, so I'm taking auditions. Please send me a DM with your picture of your feet, a description of your favorite anime, and whether or not you're willing to travel. Now, if I was a big VTuber, YouTuber type stuff, that would be clipped out of context. Yet, what is the context you could actually have for something like that? Anyway, boat time. Welcome, congratulations, you've reached it. We're playing the game. Go boat. Wait, what context? Yeah, there is no the content. Yeah, the context of. By the way, guys, I'm hiring attractive fans. If you're an attractive woman, please send a picture of your feet. There is no negative context. It's just I'm just looking for that. Oh, cutscene. Feet. See, this we don't need real life romance, guys. We've got gacha games. Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu. You might have taken... Thank you, Benjamin Netanyahu. You've taken away real life romance and given me the power of anime. Thank you. Us funny with detective? Never. True. I'm not very funny. Honestly, I always saw my my jokes as very shotgun orientated. Like even when I was with friends, like I would do a lot of like shotgun orientated like jokes. I just say as much as whatever and just see what hits, you know. I'll have to sit and think about my favorite anime. Yeah, think about your favorite. Yeah. Skeleton said, you got to send the feet pics, favorite anime, whether you're willing to travel, and of course, I'm gonna say it. This is a sexist application form. You need to be at least a decent 7 woman or a 9 twink. No in between. No in between. No. Kathy using gravity child change. Okay, yeah, it's just a puzzle element. Yellow indicator shows the gravity. Yep, that's fine. The gravity will emit different color lights based on the direction of the gravity. Blue, normal, yellow when inverted, green. Yep. I don't care as long as you take me to where the next part of the story goes. That way, I guess. Wee! Look at me go! Look at me! You know, is it me or is the rover like really thick? Like legitimately. The rover feels thick. Am I crazy in that? Giggity. Feet pics? Of course. Well, I mean, like, oh, come on. Look at him. I'm a sock. I gotta go for feet pics. I'm sorry. If you want to seduce me, guys. If you want to, you gotta go for the socks. Oh my god, I hope these guys don't wake up. That would never happen, right? That would never happen. Oh, fine. Why would they just use these guys? Dark Tide Remnants and it's just a bunch of normie guys. Well, we're back to our usual scheduled stuff of me complaining about small things in Wuthering Waves. What? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Why am I... Oh, yeah. This is actually a set group. I don't use my unusual characters. Fuck! Oh my god, I am... Fuck you! Ow. Wait, is this building upside down? Yeah, we got to gravity. It's gravity. Get all that shit off there, girl. Alright. So it's a time-based thing. Is she doing it? Okay. And then I do this one. Yeah. And she should be doing it. Yeah, perfect. What opened? I heard something open. Right now we're on the ceiling. Technically, if I fell... oh my god, you know, I just thought of this. If we jumped right now, we'd go to space. I'm so tempted. It would just kill me. It wouldn't be funny. It'd be great if they like showed you floating in space, going space. That'd be fun. All right, now I just need to go back, I guess. What was a healing pool? Neat. See, look at it. She got like am I crazy? She looks pretty thick. Like I maybe it's like the shorts and all that and the pants, but she makes me think that she's like ridiculously thick. Upside down candles. Yeah, well, this world is a bit gravity weird neat. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to be honest, but it is what it is. Bonk. Oh yeah, I've got to shoot this at something, don't I? That's right. Go! Yeah! Bonk. Come on, this girl has her feet out. See, she's already ready for the detective experience. Oh, the thighs look thick. They are thick! Oh yeah, I've got to go up. Oh, what? Wait, where am I going? Yep. They had one of the actual few romantic moments in Wuthering Waves in the last stream, where one of the girl fell onto her, which was very cute. Yeah, deja vu. I have been in this place. I suppose it's not to determine who's right. They could do a lot of interesting stuff with that resonator stuff. I don't think it's doing... It's not doing the best. Oh, up again. Whee! Up again. Bop, 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 bop. I'm hoping that other girl, the big tits girl that was from last stream, might become a villain. That'd be nice. Because, like, she was all about betraying you, and then you just immediately agreed to everything she said. Like, come on, are you stupid? Oh, is she getting sleepy? So the gravity is like this so it doesn't fall down and break into the city. Yeah, that's true. There's not actually that much here. What? The waterway was the villain? Okay, so it's gravity inverted from being evil to being nice. Wait, what was it? Alright, let's open up. Oh, it's opened up. Press the buttons. I have to fight something, probably. Yeah, that's true. So there's probably a button. Can you use your ability from somewhere? Okay, you don't have the range for your puzzle? Maybe it's... Okay, let's... You know, haven't you lived up here for 100 years? You should probably know everything by the back of your hand. Like, to be honest, if I was stuck somewhere for, like, extended period of time, I'm pretty sure I would be like, yeah, yeah, I'm pretty... I'd pretty much know everywhere. You know? Spin. Wait a minute. Does that not go the way I want it to go? Is that just put me down on the north? Oh, wait, no, I was already upside down. Right? Yep, I was right. Alright, let's beat these nerds again. Okay, I'll go press the button. Oh my god, it's definitely getting... Oh my god, they're evil and they woke up. I never knew it. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm being attacked by an archer. Why are there so few archers in the archer class? Alright, what's up? Button press? Oh yeah. She's... What kind of religion has like a thing like a hat like this? Like a lot of, I feel like the one thing about I think I've got a bit of a problem with Wuthering Waves is it tends to like have a lot of bullshit that just kind of doesn't make too much sense occasionally. Like, visually very interesting, but like, why did the culture Ackland look like this? Also, now I'm versing a lot of religious enemies, but I'm supposed to be versing like... I know he's being buffed by that, but can't I just kill him? Will he summon another one? No, he's not. I thought I'd be versing like evil monsters or whatever. It just fell over. Looks silly. Alright. Gravity. Up. Are you trying to Riz Sheki? That's my British boy, you bastard. Oh, true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to Riz Sheki. I'm just trying to... Actually, I'm not trying to Riz anyone. I couldn't be bothered. We just established that. We established at length that. Oh my god, she's beginning to believe! Neat. Cool, thanks. Bonk. Honestly, she should have, like... I know this is for the puzzle purposes, but I feel it weird that she doesn't... She should know everything here. I want her to tell me... Yeah, she knows this. I feel like she should have said, oh yeah, this... We can go to this thing over here. I mean, small things like that, but I'm focused on. Oh, look, it's the big fish monster. The deformed one. Ah, fuck. Meow, meow. Go up. The complexity of the puzzles is appalling. Yeah, it is. The reality of gachas is a lot of their puzzles, especially early on puzzles, are extraordinarily simple. Like, simple as fuck. Oh, what the fuck? Why is there fireworks? Yeah, I guess she's doing her thing. We gotta find the mystery. Yeah, I feel like they could have done better with her, but I guess it's fine. I mean, like we're in a Wuthering Waves thing. Oh, come on, game! Why do you always have to cut off there? Piece of shit. Yeah, there are a few games that have really good puzzles. The most of them that you'll find though aren't in the main story. For example, with I think one of the best games for the mini and side game content is I'd say Star Rail. Star Rail, while the main puzzles you'll get in the main quest just to teach you this thing are again brain dead as fuck, there's a lot of actually enjoyable puzzle or card game element or like late game element things that are quite fun in their own right. Like legitimately, Star Rail is its own card game in a lot of ways that wipes the floor with a lot of fucking actual dedicated card games and a lot of other things. It's quite good. If you like those kinds of games and you just want to play those kinds of games. Detective, I'm going to buy you a game and you will play with me and Checky. You don't like... If you don't, I'll be sad. Well, now you're paying me, so I have to. You're an investor. This is like when the investors to my HoloLive company says to me, man, I really want to meet that big titty VTuber. I gotta take him to, and then I have to take you to the party and look away when, you know, all the things start happening. You know, I can't, you're an investor. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I hate it when it gets too hot under my 10 blankets. Jesus fucking Christ. What are you, fucking princess? Well, no, she wasn't under 10 blankets. She was on top of 10 billion blankets. Just a harmless manipulation. That's true. Okay, yeah, that's true. This isn't investor control. This is just a little bit of harmless manipulation. If you two wish to harmlessly manipulate this sock into forms and desirable outcomes, please check out the Patreon. I was actually thinking about the Patreon lately because I know this might sound mean to some guy, but some guy kept joining the Patreon and then leaving the Patreon recently, and I think it's because he didn't want to join the YouTube, the Discord, because the Discord has a thing that forces you to join. If you're, well, not all of them. I think one, no. Outside of the first level, the other levels have you get a special Discord role. And I don't know, there are people out there who've added their Discord to the Patreon. Like as in, so their Discord and their Patreon accounts are linked, so they get automatically added to the Discord. And I think people don't like that. I'm thinking about maybe I could change it up so like I manually give it, or maybe if there was a choice, I'm not really sure. It might be just an autistic thing that I focus on. The reason I bring it up is because some guy joined the Patreon and left the Patreon like twice. He didn't pay anything though. He just got joined to the Patreon, and he got joined to the Discord, and then he left. I think he just didn't want to join the Discord. He's like, I want to give you money. I don't want to join your shitty Discord though. So I'm like, oh fuck. I should go back for controller. Will you wait for a second? Okay, so she's going back. Oh, what? Wow, that was quick. I thought she was going to be a villain. I legitimately thought big tits here. Just some flesh wounds. Yeah, holy titties. You have no fucking idea. You have no idea how big these, like, okay, you think these are just big? Watch her move. Watch her fucking move. I swear to God. I swear to God. I can't pull her out now, but man, next time she shows up, I'll make her walk 3 steps and you'll know. What's in this? Okay, go up here. Go into this thing. Button press. I need the sword. I thought, what? Okay. Oh, I see. Ah! Nah! What? Ah! Ah! I didn't want to do this! Fuck you, game! Okay, it wanted me to go that way. Fine. Let's... Whee! Jump up here. Over here. Oh, what? What? What are you doing, game? Why does it keep doing that? That pisses me off. Oh, okay. I'm trying to press the T button, and it's making me do the fly option. What the hell? Please. I hate it. I hate it. Don't do that ever to me again. Okay, I just tap it once. Just tap it once. There we go. If I hold it down, I get fucked. What's this? Entering a door of unity transports you to a new area in direction of gravity. Okay, I assume I have to go into it. Low-key, do the characters in this game even mention that they wear 2 revealing outfits or some sort of massive tits? Would it be too breaking of the wallish? I think that's the same for every gacha. While I'd say her clothes, like Rover's clothes, are nice, just kind of cute Chinese clothes, nothing really wrong with it, not really too revealing. Very cute, quite nice, I like it. The truth of the matter is, all gacha characters, for the most part, are dressed in the most impractical, insane ways that, like, make no sense and are just, like, over-revealing. But there's no concept of, like, you know, they don't bring up shit like that. Like, they don't bring up, oh my god, your tits are out. Whoa, they don't, like, have a whole thing about it. Okay, wait, what? Oh, now I need to go through it again to change the gravity. And now I go back here. Who cares? I'm putting it on there. Prepare. Fuck you, lady. I'm not preparing. I'm putting sword into hole. Any hole's a goal. But yes, it's the same for most anime logic. It's got the anime logic of, like, look how ridiculously overtop, super sexy and hot all these girls are. Nobody cares. Even more so than usual, though, in gacha games. Alright, so I gotta do 2 more of those to open the door. You shall bear these thorns as a reminder, forged from purportable seeds. These crowns shall grant you a new identity. So that's the religion, guys. Okay, wait. Furlor's child of divinity, the immaculate one, will you hold up the sacred teaching of the orders of the deep? Okay. I will. Familiar girl. That's her, you idiot. I know her. I'm not stupid. Salvation, universe, and ascension. All of these 3 doctrines. Which do you choose? Number 4. Oh. Salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil and upholding virgin, offering salvation to those in peril. Cool. In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you. I must admit, I really like this like design, like the kind of art style. Like she's just like with the like, damn, this is cute as fuck. I low-key dropped Genshin because I had like 3-minute unskippable fairy tale at the start of the game and I couldn't care less for it. See, when it comes to gacha games, there's only two type of people that'll keep playing a gacha game. One, someone who's like really obsessive with the story, or someone who just wants the gameplay. Who is just like, the fuck, I just want to play the Japanese, I hit things with the sword and the numbers go bigger, bro. Those are the two people. If you're not in those camps, you don't care. Actually, no, there's also the group that just want to goon, I guess. But yeah, this is cute. I like the design. See, I'm the person who looks at these things and go, cute, interesting. Although the story is mid, it's visually nice. From this day forth, you should be Master's Soul Receiver and Herald. Cool. Blessed Maiden. Stop sending me gifts! I don't know what you sent me. Just for anyone who can't hear, I got a gift on Steam just then. None but the master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee. Oh my god, does that mean he gets free blow? I'm sorry. Halfway through saying that, I already regretted it. How do you goon while fighting shit? Ask Nikkei. They've mastered it. I guess people find a goon if they need to. Yeah. You can find it, bro. You can find it. Like, maybe not in a game like this, but like certain games, 100%. Auto battler. Yeah, just turn on auto battler. One-handed auto battler. Press autoplay. Done. Stop sticking random stuff in here. God damn. What is the Rofa being doing with the flesh puppet when we're not watching? I'm feeding it. Oh my god, it's the other girl. And here's Big Tits McGee looking at stuff. What frequency? Yeah, there was no frequency. It was just the fucking memory, you idiot. The elf girl is very cute. Whilst dazing out, bam, a giant blue band. Okay, you're telling me how balls landed on you? You're getting squashed by big thick balls. All right, understandable. Guess putting Terrafong on the spot had something to do with it. They knew what they were doing. Unnatural. Yeah. That was the other like dragon dude. See, look at him. Every second move. Like, good lord. I'm like, oh my god. What? Sorry, she's actually. I gotta pay attention to what she's saying because once her tits showed up on screen, my brain just went blank, like completely blank. The Sentinel Jizo. What if our little echo friend is true? Then the frequency that entered the tact mark could be the Imperator's power. Okay. Sentinel. The power to split and manipulate space. Good lord! Sorry. One moment. Look, she moved her arm. Sorry. It is reminiscent of the this time, place, containment becomes... Yeah, I don't even understand what's happening because every time her tits show up, I'm just like fucking lose my brain. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I'm every fucking second when they appear. Holy shit! Why do the tits look like PNGs when they look like PNGs while they move at least? Like it's just ridiculous. Oh, so the true maiden was supposed to gain the powers, and now I've gained the powers, is what she's saying. The one to wield the sword would enter the sword and be the Sentinel's resident and blessed maiden. So I'm just basically becoming it. What would happen if I'd played the male though? If I was the man, like legitimately, if I was the man, what would happen here? Like, because the man wouldn't be able to get it, right? If I'd played as the male rover, what the hell would happen? Yours, you mean ours, I think. Oh my god, comrade, these tits are shared amongst the commune. Why do you... Yeah, yep. The Sentinel trust the powder resin so lethal in the sense that the corruption of the Therident altered them. Quite logical. Quiet, Nanachi. If the Emperor set this up in motion, then the original plan has already failed. Emissary Zero is what you gave me? What the fuck is that? Detective, you, Shekels, and I will play this silly astronaut game. It would be low-key... tough if these games had romance options. Even the Yuri relationships would be cool. Unfortunately, due to the nature... Oh, horror game? Oh, God. Due to the nature of... due to the nature of how gachas are, they always will get close to romance, but never cross the line. I understand it. Because like it's the same reason a lot of mangas didn't have their romantic targets get together until the last two chapters, because they played off the will they won't they, because there's actually a lot to be said. People really like will they won't they like it when their characters are like on the edge of fucking and they go, ooh, look at the romantic moments between them. They love that shit, and then when it gets confirmed, that's great and all, but then you lose out on the will they won't they. So it's like an orgasm. Once you get over the hump, it's like, oh, okay. All right, we're done here. That's like what romance is in gacha games. So you're forever being edged. You are forever being edged in a gacha game, but you'll never get over the edge. That is a horrible description I used to describe that. I'm sorry that I put that in your mind. I forgive me. It's edgy. Oh my god, did you say it before I said it? It's edging me. Did you say it before that? Holy shit. Maybe holy shit. But I do like the relationships, yes. I do like relationships, and I like them going into depth. I wish they were more complicated though. Because we can have more interesting relationships, and I hope they become more interesting. I know that there's some later on stranger relationships in this game. I believe the rover... I'm not sure how realistic it is, or how, like, is it like a fantasy baby thing? But apparently the rover has a child, or something akin to a child. Probably if I had to guess, it was something that didn't come around about from sex. No doubt they wouldn't. I don't think they would give the rover a relationship, in my opinion. I don't believe they would have given the rover a relationship to the point where they'd have a kid and then, like, you know, have the kid come about. I reckon it's going to be like, this was like someone born from your power type bullshit who's kind of like your child, you know. Anime tends to do that to avoid the kind of the intensity of it. Personally, I really respect it if later on they reveal that in a past life, like, I had a child in the game and we don't know who the mother was because I lost all my memories. That would be great. Oh, that'd be amazing. I would leverage that so much. Could you imagine that? The main character had a child with someone, had a romantic relationship that resulted in a baby, and then fucking doesn't know who it was anymore, and they've lost all memories of it, and maybe like imply that somehow something went out of their way to remove all reference to who it was. That'd be really interesting. I said it before you. Fuck! Damn it, I was beaten to the punch. Though I remember seeing a TikTok of a game where you can get stranded on an island with a girl and you can fuck her, but most of the player base just ignore the girl and enjoy the fight. Well, that's not really a gacha for the most part. And those happen a lot, actually. There's a lot of games where you can just, like... There's actually a fair few kind of hentai-esque... Like, it's the same logic of a lot of really popular eroge games. For example, like... there's a few, I can't think of the name now, but there's a few eroge games where you can fuck a character, but you just, the player base tends not to, or they tend to focus on other elements of the game because the gameplay itself is fun. The fucking element does come into it and adds things to it because everyone wants a little bit of porn, but the relationship things sometimes take a backseat to like a grander story or plot. Yeah, but I think it's funny that people ignore the Gooner aspect, but that's an aspect, compliment to the devs. Yes, a good game that's a good game. If a game comes around and it's a Gooner aspect where there's this hot woman that you can build up a relationship with and then have sex with, and have all your hentai moments with in the game, but players like prefer playing the game itself, and like the hentai is just something like, yeah, like I guess I'll do that like some other time after I've finished building my awesome epic base. That just shows that you've made a really good survival game and you just tacked on some porn, which is fine. I honestly think it's fine. 100%, go for it. Anyway, let's go through this. Okay, big elf girl, you now hold the key. But I might be evil. I believe in you. Don't worry, when that big red barrier comes to grab her and she's about to die... 1 second. Legitimately 1 second of those titties bump up, like just fucking jiggling, and my entire train of thought. If I had eye tracker on right now, I would be, oh my god, I'd be so fucking done. I'd be so cooked, man. Man, I'd be so fucking cooked if I had the eye tracker on. Oh, I'd be over. I just remembered the day I was crowned order, the moment the dark tide descends on us. You saw the coronation too? Oh yeah, because I had like a fucking fantasy visual novel moment, didn't I? Woof, the Guinness is not going well paired with sushi. Guinness and sushi? What the fuck are you doing, Skeleton? Everyone knows you have fucking sake. By the way, I actually fucking love sake. Like, I'd love to do a drunk stream one day, but only if I had like good sake and like, oh, that'd be... I don't drink a lot, but like sake, oh, I love sake. It's good shit, it's good shit. Especially with good food. Sake and good food is just wonderful. How do eye trackers even work? You know, good point. I think I can only assume there's some weird like technical bullshit going on. It's like attached to the computer, so it like knows, it's got like a camera, and then it like probably measures out where your eyes would be looking based on the camera direction and knowing how far away or something or another. Damn, look, her fucking necklace bullshit is even floating in there because it's just, the gravity of those tits is giving it its own orbit. That's crazy. I have a Sapporo, but I'm swapping in between beers right now. I do love my Sapporo. When I lived in Japan, that was my favorite. Damn, boy. Damn. Alright, real life, those would be saggy as shit. And this, like, what, I don't know what dress she had. Well, I guess they could be like one of those really tough dresses, but like maybe it's got some fucking wire coming through. It's got some fucking like titanium holding this shit up, yo. The beer factory in Golden Kamuy. Yes. It's actually the beer factory in Golden. The Sapporo beer. I hate beer usually. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. If I'm offered a beer, I'll take it. But if I was going to buy one, I wouldn't buy it. But Sapporo is a beer that I actually enjoy. If there was ever a close to enjoy with beer in the sentence with me. Did you see it as well, Big Tits? I only saw fragments and blurry images because I was too distracted. They seem to belong to a place in the Sonosphere. Isn't Sonoros just a bunch of fucking nanobots? Oh my god, lightning! We activated the evil one. Yeah, let's take our time to think about some clues, I guess. Whatever. I hope that wasn't indicative that I'd suddenly have to turn the game off. I got shit to do. It's a low-key Golden Kamuy. Didn't end with season 5 at least extra, end with season 5 at least extra content. Now I gotta wait more though. Yeah, that's, you gotta hate it when that happens, you know. But it is what it is. You're inside my body. What are you trying to say? Are you saying I'm fat? Look at her. Look at her. Jesus Christ, guys. Look at him. Look at him. God damn. They're like torpedoes. I think that was a phrase, wasn't it? Torpedo tits was a phrase for a while. Optional. Nah, do I actually have to care? Do I care? Do I care? Okay, you know what? I'm kind of bored in. We'll give it its proper shot. What the fuck is the Divine Trials? Oh, that's the one where you grab the thing. Oh, that was just touch the sword, yeah. Maiden is dead. Oh, she doesn't want to talk about it. How come there's no option to, like, snuggle? What the hell, man? What do you think about... Before I learn the secret records, I only see her from afar. I've heard tale when I could be willing to believe. The more allowed I cling to that source, the more I must strike, the more I think rationally. Be certain my thoughts are my own and not the whispers of the dark. That's true, because she's getting affected by the brain whispers. I hate it when they do that and then make a movie. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, you know what I hated for that? Recently, Medalist. I was really enjoying Medalist. It's like a sports anime about this girl. She wants to learn skating and she's learning skating. Second season only has 10 episodes because they wanted to turn the last 2 episodes into a fucking movie. And I was like, fuck off. I hate it. I hate it. Just give me the full goddamn show. I don't want to wait a year. Nothing. The more clues, the better. Afraid of something? I'm curious why the fate... No! Of course you're not curious! She's in a family where they kill each other with poison! Of course she makes her own food! Oh my god, homemade panini. Yay! Thank you, woman. You're a good girl. Do I want to talk to the elf? Let's see what the elf wants. Hey elf, are you still struggling with the fact that you're gonna have to like fall into a big red thing and I'm gonna have to run and grab you and then it's gonna be a big moment? What about the other swords? Yeah. Okay, the Seal of Discord and Virtue. I can't remember anything about Hugness. But Hulk Claire is my former blade. How did it end up coming was they can break the seal. Anything like... what about the Dark Toad? Paradise. I take you don't mean in a good way? Is a place where sickness, hunger, and despair and dullness of the heart, there is deacons sing eternal. From a literal standpoint, it describes the dark perfectly. In the first beginning, the dark tide already claimed areas with touch, assimilating all life as its vanguard, the clearest spread. The dead would grow mouths and sing hymns day and night. They didn't have ears or eyes or ears. Their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. See, this sounds way cooler than it is. You know? The Dark Tide is like just a handful of dudes with swords that I've fought so far. The music is kind of nice for discussing the spooky stuff. Even those who don't believe were drawn irresistibly to Leviathan's greed in order to see was all but inevitable. With their soul corrupted core, it will sing hymns without end, a sleepless journey to merge with the Dark Tide. When everyone faith the land will be consumed by the Dark Tide, begin its pilgrimage, Georgia by dark inside, spreading its gospel wherever it lands next. Future Ysoda. Okay. So basically, the Dark Tide is like a big old monster that sucks people in and has them like live within its like brain parasite. That's kind of fun. Ask the lady with the big honk as if she's lactating. Shut the fuck up. Ask me instead. All right, Meat Rub, are you lactating? Not. Damn, I really was hoping. I really was. I'm sorry. Why has this stream become so sexual? I wouldn't even... What the hell is that? That was the name before it became a summer sphere. This seminary, built on an island, was not just a place of learning, but an actual sanctuary for raising dragon echoes. The scriptures, geography, and combat skills. Only for resonators, so naturally their talents for practical use. The doctor. So basically, this was that big school. The importance of combat. All right. No. Actually, we should get some rest, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So we got Big Tits McGee over there, and we got girl who's like, I'm actually evil. Oh God, I'm actually evil. I'm gonna have to become evil. And then there's gonna be a big red energy barrier that's gonna come and try and get her, and a big monster. And then I'm gonna be like, no! And then I'm gonna jump in and save her, and it's gonna activate my superpowers that are secretly hidden in me. Telling you right now. Lactation is the beauty of nature. Shut the fuck up. It just wants mommy's milk. God, that reminds me of that meme of like I can't remember what it's from. Some American. She's talking at us a little pet. Yeah, you got squashed by the big blue thing, the big blue balls. Yeah, I remember that. You figured something about this frequency. What'd you figure out? It's not fragrance mixed up with something else, kind of like a cookie that's been crumbled with something else. Which is why it's hard to eat. You tried to eat it? I tried to eat it. Well, so much like a toddler, put things in your mouth that you don't understand to understand them. Which is very relevant. Can I go to ask that lady? I need to inform her that as a adventurer, I have to put things in my mouth I don't understand. So, about those titties. Since it's become a crumbly mess, other than taking up space, it's pretty much useless. Okay. Okay. And now do I go to sleep? Am I going to be attacked in my sleep? Night passes in silence. Kyra is first awake and notice the subtle sounds coming from outside. Let's see. What do we see? I'm going to make a guess. Oh my god! Okay. All right. I'm playing as her. So everyone. You watching? Yeah? So this is just how it is she's normally. I'm going to make her walk. Watch. Good fucking lord. Good fucking lord. That's insane. It's like she's got a pair of Jello packs on her chest. My god. Excuse me, ma'am. Your tits are perplexing. I must suck on them so they might comprehend them. That's it. That's true. And yeah, I do like her dress. It's nice. It's like, you know, very Italian-esque. But design-wise, you know, you're always going to have good characters. But look what's happened when she's not walking normally. Like, they're just, like, going all over the place. Good fucking lord. Yes, that's right. You've tuned into a Wuthering Waves experience right now. The true Wuthering Waves experience. Please. All right. Well, we have to keep playing the game. Like, I'll. You know, when I saw the trailer for this girl, before I had actually played the game, I honestly thought she was a villain, and I was hopeful for it. But man, knowing that she's like this, like her trailer doesn't live up to her story use currently. It's always like that, though. I always find that every single fucking character in a gacha, their trailer makes them out to be much more interesting than the actual, like, character. Okay, why are they attacking? And why is nobody woken up? Like, we are, like, legitimately, like, fighting up here. Splat. Bonk. Fuck you. Like, if you told me, like, they should have said, like, maybe these are, you know, actually, makes sense, actually. Rather than being the, well, they're supposed to be, like, the Black Tide corrupted. But they are just, like, basically the soldiers defending the academy, I suppose. Would have been cooler if they were corrupted in some way. Like she lives up here. They wouldn't kill her, right? Oh, wait. Why would you leave now? I saw yesterday, caught my attention, maybe you tied to the sentinel. I'd rather not spend the day twiddling my thumbs, seeing as you're going alone like Tulsa. That's true. Fair enough. Will you be okay going alone? Don't worry, she's got 2 massive cannons to protect her. I hope to see the fruits of your labor. Alright, I'll add it to my term. Oh my god! Ooh, we trade in information. See, look at this. They always do for shipping things like this. Like, oh, I might bring you up once things are settled. And in Japanese, she, like, said it in a way that implies that she's going to ring you up for, like, more of a meeting that is less of the minds and perhaps more of the chest. Maybe this is the Detroit of WuWa, where there is no one bats an eye at random acts of violence. This is true. Well, they say that. Remember, this game is trying to convince me that this whole world that we're in right now, this city that we're in, is a big authoritarian hellscape. So, you know, it's It's doing a pretty bad job of that, to be honest. What are you talking about? No. Everyone has their parts. Nobody's perfect. Okay, I gotta go get the other sword. Meow, meow, meow. Go, whale machine, go! Oh, slow down. The fruits of my labor are those two massive melons. That's true. She's a gardener, and she's bringing home the melons. Nothing but tactic discords. What do I gotta do? What's this? Bonk. Now what? Cutscene? Cutscene. Where's the sword? This is where acolytes used to be tested. Perhaps there is a thing... Steel? Is that how they say that? Man, I really should have got fucking diagnosed for epilepsy. Not epilepsy, God, epilepsy. God damn, I'm an idiot. As a blessed maiden, I was exempt. Trust thy neighbor, else land will trust thy neighbor, else land will stay fallow. Unite the isles, leave else levies will stay unbuilt. Brothers and sisters, let the sky and the land sea be united. The path of the righteous. Oh my god! Wow, I didn't know that this was run by the WEF. Can't believe it. The bastards, they're everywhere. We can't escape them, guys. The WEF just be following us. This sounds like one of the three major belief systems of unity, faith of unity. I don't remember there's pieces spread out like this. Okay, maybe we can find a way to move them. New puzzle. There's no point you finding one. We can't repair the waterway. Alright, so we gotta use more puzzles. Okay, let's select. Whee! See, it would be cute if I could have a little video of her holding on to me. I mean, if Wuthering Waves doesn't want to give me a good story, it could at least give me some cute shipping moments. Wake up! Oh, I don't have to find him yet? Oh, fine. Whee! Okay, puzzle introduction. Her headlight will make me epileptic. No, you don't know, because, by the way, I've said it before, but my fucking monitor is broken, slightly, so occasionally it turns into a flickering hellscape, and if I had epilepsy, I'd be dead by now. The gravity generator up ahead, let's use it. Gotcha. The hill platform of justice raise strong remnant energy before proceeding. Adjust the gravity direction up to the key platform. Okay. So I have to get up there. Oh, actually. Why does it do that? Why? Whatever. What is the point of turning into a giant monster? Oh, they're doing cute things like, oh, she has to hold on to me. Alright. Flip. Let's try the green direction. I don't know if I have to go in the green direction, but because I wasn't paying attention. But we'll find out, won't we? Oh, maybe it was. Shoot it. Okay. Cast a plunging attack from above. Perform a statue of divine justice entering a selection of the rune to move. Okay, so I just have to jump on it. Gotcha. Oh god, no, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Ah! I hate it. There we go. Okay, now I have to jump over there. Are you not going to let... Oh, it's going to do it through and for me. Okay. I don't know why you gave me a tutorial if you're going to tell me how to do it. Oh my god, I did it, guys! The puzzle pieces are coming together. For these very simple gacha game puzzles. But that's what gacha games are. Endless simple puzzles. Is this really okay to just smash it? Yeah, it's true. I don't have to do anything. I just hit it really hard until it comes together. Oh, look, a dragon. Guess I have to kill them. Alright, time to go kill some dragons. Oh, that one downstairs. The dragon downstairs. The big one. That giant dragon I killed. The one that for some reason the goddamn, I used to ride it. Oh, I killed it! Ha! I killed that dragon! Poor thing. Wait, no, did I kill it? I think I did. Jesus, I can't remember. Oh, it's a sword. Cool. Okay. Rim and spark can be incinerate thorns. Yep. Alright, let's go get the damn sword. Give me my damn sword! Okay. Okay, so there's one up there and one there. So I do this. Then I go up here. And then I do that. Look, what the hell? Oh yes, she would, because she's holding onto a giant teddy bear that I fucking apparently turned into. Jump down here. Grab that. Throw it at that. Go! Wait, no, oopsie. Go! And then we just do the gravity thing. God, I can't remember which way I was meant to go. That way? I mean, it did have a pointy thing. I'm going to assume it was this way. Alright. And big sword, big sword, big sword. Big sword! Do I have to fight anything for big sword? Or do I just get free big sword? Big sword! Low-key, I feel the chat and stream are too much gooners. It is what it is. I think it is what it is, my brother. I'm sorry, but I've been in anime too long to like be like turned off by like sexualization pretty much. I see all this gooning shit and like big tits and I'm just like, ha, big tits. Like I can't bring myself to be like, oh heavens. Oh, this is too much. Oh, it's a bit much, everyone. I can't pretend, you know? Can't pretend, you know? Go to Pussy Estonia? The fuck? Is that a city? Is that... That's like in Australia where they just have places called Fuck Wong. There's literally like just places with the dumbest fucking names like that. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Because Australia has similar fucking places just called the stupidest shit ever. Wait, I didn't... I took it? Now what? Wait, no. Oh, I gotta go up here. Wait, didn't I get it? Or did I just ignore it? Whatever. Oh, another sword. Yep. Okay, so we gotta go down there. We're gonna jump down there? Yeah, that's easy. Whee. Meow, bonk. Enhance her powers. And then we go over here, find the right spot to clear all the stuff. Alright, do the clearing, and then I have to fight these guys. Come on, wake up. It's stuck in the walls. Oh, I literally thought it was going to be stuck for a second there. Bad dragons, die. Oh my god, it's bad dragon, guys. Oh no, they're waking up. I never would have seen it coming. So unexpected, so shocking. Who would have thought? Oh fuck, why am I climbing a wall? I hate it when I do that in gacha games. Stop making me climb walls during combat, game. Oh, that was on me. Die. Kill the archer. Fuck you. There we go. Fuck auto mod. You know what? I have said that I would fix auto mod for the longest time and I've never bothered. It's just easy because it probably stops a bunch of spammers who are like, would you like to buy crypto? You know, bullshit like that. Hey, where's this thing? Go get it. Yeah. Wee. Okay, and that way. I read my message, but it's not that I care or anything. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Wee, what's it doing? What the fuck? What is going on? God, I hate it when the game does this. I clearly have to do it like this. And then I'm gonna have to crash down there. Go up. Go up. No. 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 There we go. Why is it telling me I have to crash down while it's doing it for me? Like, it legitimately gave me a puzzle thing of, hey, remember, you have to do this. And then it just does it for me. Come on. Come on, game. One more. Wherever that is. Okay. Where do I go now? Take that thing? Sure, let's go this way. Okay, now I'm flying. Woo! Okay, so I see. So this thing will just like, as long as I stay in here. Is she making me fly? Okay, I'm doing something then? What am I doing? Oh, I'm fighting people. Oh my god, big man with big sword. He's new. He's too big. He has too much of a... Oh, Jesus Christ. He's actually level 66. Nope, he's... Okay, it looks like he's got a parry mode. Oh, fuck, what are you doing, game? Okay, so he has like a parry mode and then does that. Let's take out this guy first, though. And they're quite near each other. Bonk. What's he doing? What's he doing? Stay away from me. Ooh. See? Slab. Yeah, it's not so hard. I guess it's probably might be do something. Yeah, there you go. Stunned. Fuck you, sir. Victory! Let's go! Okay, I need to change the direction thing. It's fine by me. Whee! Calibrate that gravity. Sunder ass message. What do you mean, Sunder? Never, you baka. Goddamn, what are you guys doing? You guys better not start a fucking 12-episode romance anime in my chat right now. You guys don't do it. I better not look over there and you start discussing meeting up for during the goddamn summer festival. Better not happen. Yeah. 12 episodes a movie, a summer festival where one of you confesses during the fireworks but the other one can't hear. Okay, just fly along here. Meow. I do. One thing that Wuthering Waves, and I do know that it's a little bit of a gimmick. Wuthering Waves is a lot more big on like giving you some movement skills that do like silly, like where you can go places and stuff like this. Whereas oh fuck you, game. Fuck you. There we go. Yeah, Wuthering Waves is a lot more up on like gives you these things. Am I gonna like fall through that if I don't have enough? Ooh, ooh. There we go. I made it. Just drop. What are you doing? There we go. Wuthering Waves gives you a lot more like movement. I believe you get a motorcycle later on. I'm actually in love with another person. You mean Wuthering? Actually, Wuthering Heights, my favorite anime. Yeah, that's true. No, you say you're in love with another person. What'll happen is you tell Skeleton at the fireworks festival where Skeleton confesses in this case, no, so Skeleton confesses his love at the fireworks festival. You don't hear him, but then you confess that you're in love with someone else from school, and then you ask Skeleton to help you out. You're like, Skeleton, can you help me get my love together? And then, like, Skeleton, not knowing what to do, says, sure, to hide his feelings. But over time, you both grow closer and eventually reveal that you both fall in love with each other. Fucking Toradora ass fucking storyline. Fuck you, sir. My best friend only bangs fanboys. Is that the name of the fucking show? Is that the name of the show? Holy shit, that's a great name. My best friend only bangs fanboys. Oh, okay. How would that sound in Japanese? That would be Boku no shinyu wa otoko noko dake ni yaru. No. What would be the fuck? What would be fuck? My best friend Suru? Yeah, go to it. Do the thing. My best friend only likes fanboys. Yeah, that would be the family friendly name that the producer would force you to have after you suggested my best friend only fucks fanboys. 私の親友の、私の親友はフェンボイだけ好き。No, wait, no. 私の親友だけ男の子だけ好きです。You lived here for 100 years. How did you not? You've lived here for 100 years. Okay, let's go check the sword. Isn't it down there? Alright, it is. Look at that chest. I know there's someone screaming at me like, get that chest! It's so valuable! I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I haven't rolled I don't roll in this game. I just don't care. Maybe I would have rolled just for Big Tits McGee though, because then I could make her walk everywhere and be like, damn son. Let's remove the sword, at least you won't come to harm if it's a trap. That's the stupidest thing ever. If it is a trap, then it means it'll get us both. No, that's wrong. If it's a trap, one of you grabs it, something horrible happens, and then the other person can cut their hand off. If you're both holding onto it, then you both die. Are you a fucking idiot? Do you not know how traps work? You said you lived in Japan, right? What's the worst place there? The worst place that I visited? I don't know. I mean... I went to a very depressing zoo once. Like a really depressing zoo that was a little too small for all of the animals they had. That was about it. Everything else was pretty good. Like, you couldn't say anything's really bad. Give me a city. Like a bad city? Well, none of the cities are really that bad. Okay. I can only tell you in terms of... I can give you an ordering in terms of good. Any city I gave you would just be like... If I gave you a city to tell you about that was quote-unquote bad, it would be like saying this city was kind of boring to be in. Or this city was just like a bit of a flyover type place. You know, it's like, oh, you're just stopping here to go somewhere else. And that would maybe be Nagoya. Like, Nagoya is a fine city. I like it. It has a lot of things to do in it. But compared to, like, Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, or Sapporo, yeah, Nagoya's got not much going on, but it's not bad. Like, there's no like Detroit ghetto, you know what I'm saying? There's no like, you can't stop here or your wheels are going to be stolen type area. There's no PvP servers that I can recall going to, specifically myself. Maybe there's some place, like academically, that's like bad, but I never went to it, so. Would you rather visit Nagoya or go to Pussy Estonia? I'd go to Pussy Estonia because I'd like to see Pussy Estonia just for the sake of it. Not that I hate Nagoya or anything, it'd just be the fact that I'd like the novelty of going to Pussy Estonia. Detective, tell us the time you worked in a maid cafe. All right, okay, I didn't work at a maid cafe, but I have been to them before, but I only been actually a low amount of times, honestly. I feel bad, but I only went like a low amount of times, I'm sorry. How does it feel to trust me? Wow, you're learning trust. I really feel like she's just kind of... I feel like the problem is she's fine, but they could have done way better. You know, I think she could... You suck at improv? Fuck you. Detective, tell us about the time you worked at a maid cafe. Yeah, but Pussy Estonia is full of Russians. Is it? But it's in Estonia. Wouldn't it be filled with Estonians? To think that the martyrdom needs a rewrite. Oh, we're having cute moments. Okay, I don't want to go there because then they're gonna... A play written about you by... Oh yeah, the playwright wrote it. Oh, that guy, the evil guy. Yeah, he's actually a villain, although he wasn't doing very many villainous stuff. Estonia is 1/5 Russian. They mostly live in Narva, and the Pussy Narva are a country of Vlad. Oh, okay. As long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be all right. I feel like I know what they're building up here. I just feel like it could have been done better. But you know what? That's a lot better. Me saying they could have made me feel better for this story character, and they could have built up her story a little better, is much significant over some of the earlier parts of this chapter, or like part, I suppose. Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Shut the fuck up. I'm busy. I'm busy, woman. Don't distract me. Oh my god! Only one more flower to go, and then we fight the big thing, and then like the big red monster shield, and we'll come and say, "You are." Oh wow, this looks nice. Oh, I'm liking all. Can we just stay here and listen to her? Okay, it stopped. Ah, this looks cool. Huh? Can we like? I like that. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice. Yeah. Kill auto mod. I'm so... What are you guys trying to say? I need to look up auto mod and see what the fuck you guys are trying to say. It's probably like, God, the auto mod's too bad. It's stopping me from saying endless racial slurs. And I'm like, guys, that's why it's there. A hippocamp-like creep. What the fuck? Why do you abandon the earth? Why hinder the spread of my gospel? You are a false divinity. Oh yeah, because it was turned into a horrible monster mixed in with the other. Oh, the Drake I killed? Ooh, that's not very good, is it? The one blessed by the dark tide shall return to us. Continue thy disobedience at the risk of insanity. Okay. See, this is one thing that I always say about these kinds of bits. So the idea is this is like the amalgamation of the two evil monsters. The evil monster and the good monster. And the evil monster is like basically tricking the order, right? But I always felt like an evil god shouldn't talk. I feel like gods shouldn't talk. Gods should like, you know what it should be saying? I should be hearing things that are like words that of a language I don't know. You know, it should be saying like, Varkirnusia, and you don't know. Or better yet, it's saying some weird, crazy stuff that doesn't make sense. Or someone else was talking for it, saying like, the Divine One will take you into their arms if only you open up your heart and accept them in. And like, this keeps the monster as being this more eldritch monstrosity, which is where, yeah, Vorgaunt language, similar to Vorgaunt language, yeah. You keep it as something scary and a bit unknown, but giving it a voice and a personality is a bad move. Zenless Zone Zero did that. They gave a voice and a personality to like they spent like 2 whole seasons building up this big scary monster god thing, like a dark monster in the zone or whatever. And then they gave it a voice, and it's like, wow, what a shitty fucking voice. Automod may have been valid by blocking what I said earlier in the stream, but that doesn't make it any less gay and cringe. Actually, monster god should be lowly. True. But okay, there are 2 types of monster. If you're going for a scary monster god type thing like this, it has to be like scary type thing. If you want to go for like another type of scary, you can go monster lowly. Sino type monster lowly. Unknowable horrors beyond the colors of time. Appearance lowly. My beloved resonator, why do you persist in the error of your ways? I'll never forget my cause. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, I will raise my sword against divinity. With support and hope of countless other families. We kind of jumped ahead to this, but essentially she got crowned, found out it's evil, came to try and fight it. They fell so I may rise. That's not exactly what she said. She more specifically said, I have to fight forward for the sake of all of the people who have died so far. Oh my god, she got her memories of fighting an evil god. And it also proved that she is the resonator of the bad god. Low-key, Loli's overrated because why would you want a cutie who doesn't even have titties? Unlogical. What's the word I'm looking for? What's like non-instinctual? Because, you know, technically you should be like, oh my god, big hips, big titties. You want that shit for like, for the true marriage. The reason you make it the reason you make a lowly the evil god is because an eldritch abomination is because the idea of like of like a small kid or like a small kid having like being actual an evil monster is way more like the gap is the bigger point. Whereas like you could imagine a woman, you could imagine them being evil, big monster evil. Whereas, you know, little lowly has like, looks normal, can't attack, illogical, that's the one you're looking for. But when it comes to like a big, but it's actually a big scary monster in there. Anime does this a lot. Often enough, you'll find that if there's like a demon or a demon lord or a dragon or an evil monster or a monster from beyond the colors of time, usually a lowly. In fact, I would say 80% of the time a lowly. And the other percent of the time, and this is only in the form of human forms, the other percent of the time, it's usually, there's a rare few times that it'll just be like a normal girl or a normal person. And then there's a very small amount of time where they're a big titty, like, you know, hot woman. And usually those ones are rare. There's rare to give a big titty the role of being like a big dark monster from beyond the colors of time. That's why Space Dandy's the goat. Buddy didn't even become the goat to go. Oh yeah, that's true. Space Dandy loves his titties, doesn't he? Dark chocolate rares really pair well with Guinness. Ah, yes, really. Chocolate and Guinness. Man, no. Yeah. You were fighting the demon, so you're fine. Don't worry. I killed him. I killed him? Yeah, I put a sword through his skull. It's a nice effort. It's a nice effort, right? What's happening here? But let me explain how I would have made it better. Naturally, this is a detective stream, so even when they have an emotional moment that you may enjoy, I need to turn around and tell you, we could do better. So what we could have done better. So if we established her not having her memories, right? Because like we only established that the final battle is a bit murky for her. And she needs to know if she's actually a resonator or not. That's the focus. It's a bit lukewarm. I would have gone all in on she has no idea who she is. She has no idea at all who she is, who she was. Every single thing is unknown. She's lived up here for 100 years. They show it and they go deep into the idea. Show her like they did it pathetically, like, oh, she named the fucking boat monster. Yeah, no, I want her to have like an entire fort. I want her to have like a literal area that she's built. I want to show her knowing every single angle of this place, being embarrassed and weird from her time alone, and also being terrified of learning the truth. And as she goes along, she starts learning these memories, and we have a distinct moment when we get to this sword, perhaps, where she's like, if I touch this, it's all back. I get all those memories. Will I still be me? Will I know who the people are? Will I know who the people whose faces I see in my dreams are? Will I change? Will their stares be ones of hatred? Will the stares of those dead people that I see when I close my eyes be ones of sorrow? What is happening there? I don't know if I want to be that person. Then she touches it, learns that she stood up against the god, and now she cries while saying their names, having gained back the memory of who they are. Now you might say, but that's what just happened here. But it was so pathetically done. And so poorly built up. Okay, pathetic is not the wrong word. Lazy. It feels really uninspired. Just cut out all of the fucking puzzle shit. Change around so I'm not just going around to get 3 MacGuffin swords. Make it so they do it, because like obviously they made the MacGuffin swords so you'd go get the swords so you could talk to her, but we could have done that way better, and she could have been characterized way better. Like, take me to like the place where she went crazy for a few decades and she decided to turn the entire area into like a stuffed toy area where she knitted 35,000 stuffed bears, and it's like, what? And we reveal that she'd lost her mind because she's been here for hundreds of years. We could make her better. We can improve this. You know? You guys having a romantic in discussion there? Quit your job and come hikikomori. It's hikimori. I can't. I'm in the military. Yeah, you just got to go and die for everyone. Make a love, not a war, please. No, we need some war at least, please. How else are we going to get really cool stories? See, like, the idea of her being sad about these people just came up now. At all just now. Just fucking now. Shut up, Abby. She's crying. Also, the voice actor's doing fine, but I just don't really buy. I feel like her soft, instead of like her soft voice of like, I failed everyone. Oh, dear me. She should like be blubbering. You know what they should have done? Splash art. There should have been, you should have hit a big thump as she falls to her knees. There should have been 2 splash arts. One of me standing there looking to her to side where she's fallen to her knees. And then the next one is just like her, like ugly crying. And her voice gets harsh as she goes, I failed you all. I couldn't do it. You know, something like that, you know? Like, but instead we just use the fucking, just use the models and put some tears on her face. And it just doesn't hit that hard, you know? Like, fucking gacha games, hire me. Let me play through your story and tell you how to improve it. Like, come on. Wow. Someone needs a quiet moment. Oh my god, look how sad she is. Yep, she's already over it. I've lost my composure. I'm just sorry. I have the blushing gift of this character. Yeah, she blushed when we were going up a waterfall or something. I found my true self. It doesn't matter. Indeed, it doesn't matter if I indeed. See, like, it just feels... I have gained myself. It doesn't matter if I... It feels like she overcame this in 2 seconds. Like, it really doesn't. It's not a great build-up. I'm curious, are people racist at you for not being Japanese? Oh, no, not at all. When I was in Japan, no. I'm not in Japan right now, just for reference. No, I wasn't. I never faced any racism in Japan until Johnny Somali. I will say that. And I wouldn't call it racism, I would call it fear. The moment Johnny Somali became big over in Japan, there was a tendency of this. If you had your phone out and you looked like you were recording yourself as a foreigner in Japan, you got looks. Also, when you went to the club, there was also a little bit more like, towards foreigners. But the moment you showed that you weren't like Johnny Somali type absolute idiot, it worked out. It was fine. I suppose if you were black in Japan during the Johnny Somali thing, oh, you would have probably been hit pretty hard. Johnny Somali fucked them up. They hated that man. Holy shit. I mean, with good reason though. But it really started a trend because like Johnny Somali's adventure started a trend of kick streamers just being complete asses in Japan, which really had a pushback against it over there. Who's Johnny Somali? Oh, he was basically just an annoying, like, he was a nuisance kick streamer. Basically, he went around saying, like, yelling at Japanese people and being a complete nuisance and just acting like the fool to get attention. And, like, you know, like, just doing, like, abhorrent, like, nuisance bullshit. And, like, Japan hated him for it. Because, like, but for the most part, Japan is very much a, hey, what's up, welcome kind of country. I've never had any problems. Recently, they have been going on a bit of a trip of, man, these fucking live streamers. But generally, they're a very welcoming country. I never faced any sort of racism against me. Like, or at the very least, like, if I faced any sort of racism, I probably sidestepped it by just being very good at Japanese. Like, if there was a person who was prepared to be racist against me, it was like, fucking white boy, what are you doing here? The moment I opened my mouth and said perfect Japanese, they were like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. He's not one of them. And then I was fine. Anywhere that said Japanese only, or only speak Japanese, like, they were fine with me. Because I could speak Japanese, and I knew the shit. It was fine. It's mostly they're just getting sick of, annoying kick streamers and tourists. Why be racist against a white person? Because of, there's a few reasons in Japan specifically. Now, I was in the military for a little bit. Not in a serious way though. In like a, a very minor capacity, I was in the military. So yeah, skeleton, you're still main military guy. I was like in like a kind of semi-reserve thing. I had just a little bit of training. And I had dog tags from then that were just made for fun. Like, they weren't really official ones. We just kind of got them. And I wore them around one time just because I tend to have a thing. I like to wear, like, random shit, like necklaces or rings occasionally. And I wore my dog tags once, and they thought I was an American soldier. And man, the stink eyes from occasional people were intense. American soldiers aren't very liked because of there's a tendency for them to rape people. In specifically Honolulu, not Honolulu, sorry, Okinawa. They have a little bit of a thing going on over there. So that's one. That's the racism you'll get element there, and it's not really racism, but like we're getting into the complicated elements. But essentially, in general, foreigners who are not integrated are racist towards, in a sense. But you kind of get it. Because, like, you see what a lot of other countries do, right? You see a lot of other countries, like, with a whole bunch of expat populations that are pretty fucking annoying. So you can see the Japanese are starting to notice that. They started to see the kick streamer stuff, and not just black streamers, it was like also white streamers, not just Johnny Somali. So there was a bunch of that stuff. So you can get them being like unsure about people at this point. But for the most part, if you just act like a normal person, you open your mouth and you speak like a normal fucking person, people will accept you. I've never met anyone in Japan who was not like, who was initially like, ooh, I don't know about you. Because, you know, obviously, white guy in a club, the first thing a girl is going to think is he's on a holiday, he's here to pick up a girl, he's not a long-term, like, thing to talk about, that kind of thing. So the first thing they think of is you're just a white guy there to pick up some Japanese girl and like, use her and abuse her and leave. But once I opened my mouth and I could speak perfect Japanese and stuff like that, they all were like, oh, cool, it's fine. And I never had any problems. Everybody in Estonia has to go to the military for 9 months to 6 months. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so they got that early conscription. Korea also has that for 2 years, I believe. The men, at least. Yeah, the men. Those drunken kids give me the military a bad name. I mean, yeah, the Russians in Estonia also are very annoying. Yeah, every single country has expat communities that are annoying because they either demand more rights than others, or they keep to their groups and they don't integrate very well. But at the same time, you can understand it because, like, imagine this. You come to a new country, especially if you're in a very different society, like a very fucking different society. If you come from like, I don't know, fucking Mongolia, and you show up in the middle of like Britain, you probably don't have a lot of things in common with the people, so you obviously get together with your own group of people, you become more insular, you only stay in your Mongolian quarter. It's because obviously you're not used to dealing with other people, and if you have the opportunity, you don't integrate. Assimilation is actually a very difficult thing to do in a short term. It's a very hard thing to achieve, assimilation. More often than not, people would prefer to just live in a group of their own people in a foreign country rather than integrate with the society, which makes sense because, like, you don't know these people. If you don't need the language, even worse. And if you don't have, have the language, even worse. If you don't have the cultural background or understanding or ethics and moralities that are usually tacked on with culture, yeah, you understand why they'd live in like small communities like they do, and isolated groups. Yeah. Well, Estonia had a whole Russification where they poured Russian people into Estonia and integrate us. Yeah, that's some of the attempts over history have been done throughout that. Psychologically speaking, it's not the best way to do it. There are some countries that have a simple way to do it, but in a term of in case that Russianification or cultural shift or shift, most of the time it only really works in one of two things. One, the drip is very small. Like, for example, on a slow scale, it slowly comes in. Three scales, I suppose to say. The first one is small group that comes in, can be easily integrated. For example, let's say you have some people from Saudi Arabia come to, I don't know, Norway or go to Germany or whatever. If a small group comes in and through careful application of like certain things to make sure like that you can put incentives in place, like for the groups to make sure their children and where they are grow up and culturally assimilate. You can do that to avoid making ghettoification, making like a small in-group within the city. You can do that with smaller groups as long as you carefully regulate that. But for larger groups, it's difficult. But the other side is the more dangerous one. This is what the Soviets did. So basically, the Soviets would go in and go, hey, look at all these people that are here. Let's change the society. Deport everyone, import all these Russians. That's one of the ways the Soviets did cultural change. And they knew that was the more like brute force, like practical approach. Like, I want this territory. I also want this territory to like me and believe in my government system. There's too much of a different culture here. We need to remove the culture. How do you remove the culture? You kill all the people there, or you displace them. So you displace the people from that area and then replace them with your own, and therefore, like, that maintains. Like Kaliningrad, for example, is a Russian enclave outside, and it's like randomly out the way out there because they put all the Russians in there, so Kaliningrad became like a Russian enclave. The third option is having is when your countries are so intertwined culturally that such like issues of enclaves or non-integration becomes a non-issue because your culture is so similar, like the UK, France, America, Australia, Canada. People from those countries can move around between these countries and they will integrate relatively consistently because of common language, a lot of common tropes, a lot of common cultures and beliefs that allow those things to work out better. And on the whole, they tend to be physically similar because obviously, let's not play around it. People like to be near people that look like themselves. So Canada, bunch of white people. Australia, bunch of white people. UK, bunch of white people. Like that works out there. And like, so if you're coming from like a Muslim nation to say Australia, then like it's a bunch of people you don't know, or if you're coming from like China and you come to Australia and you're like, there's a bunch of people, no, I'm going to go to the Chinese street and hang out with all the Chinese people. This is how these things work. Fuck Lithuania. Okay, I was in a vibe, so I wasn't paying attention to it. What the hell are you guys talking about? Closest I'd ever get to Estonia with Lithuania. Estonia is literally a better Finland. we're getting advanced. Are we getting advanced into country racism? Yeah, this is the kind of shit. This is the kind of shit I live for. The whole shit, like fucking. When I was in Australia, they would be like, man, I fucking hate the people from that town over. Yeah, our town, great. Those fucking Deros from the town over, though, absolute fucks. Barely human. Latvians have 6 toes, by the way. Well, isn't that because of the radiation? Wait, no, I don't know where Latvia... I couldn't spot Latvia on a map. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I couldn't spot Latvia on a map. I'd be like, found my true self again. Does not matter if indeed. Yep. So she's basically got over this super easy. Like, come on, Gale. I get it. This is supposed to be an important moment, but here's a big problem. They very softly told me how she has problems with this rather than intensely told me she has problems with this. For example, if we had a scene earlier of her breaking down, like emotionally, like, I don't know, go for the emotional fucking Oscar performance, or like some sort of like her fucking up, or like being corrupted, or something like that. Something scary like that, right? Then this scene would hit better because we saw her being feared, and then we see her overcoming those fears and saying that I don't care that I'm the resonator, I'm going to go for it. Computer, enhance on breast. True? Why do the camera angles do that? For people like us. For people like you. That's true. For people like us, yeah, it's us. Not just go... I appreciate some good boobs as well. Some memories have returned, thanks... Yeah, great. I think there's going to be an entire part in my part where I talk about this, where it was just inefficient use of story and like inefficient use of good ideas that they had. All right, come on out, little thing. I thought so. So the bad monsters' power is all mixed up. So if the Sentinel splits their own energy to prepare the true Blessed Maiden, then why would they split off Theoden's energy and then channel it through Hogan's to the person who unsealed the passage? Ah, because they're a piece of shit. Weaken Theoden? Ah, it's fine. You can just smile and get through it. I reckon if Phoebe's going to true the true Blessed Maiden, I'd feel bad if they make Phoebe the true Blessed Maiden, because it wouldn't. It's like they haven't really built her up. They just kind of showed her and said, "Look, she's here," and then left. Story so bad you started talking about history. Yeah, that's true. Fuck you, I've been playing for 3 hours. I can do what I want. The answer to my third few. She needs... She's okay, so basically she's saying she needs time to set things straight. She'll need to get her head straight. I think that's a lie. She's perfectly fine. She had her little cry, she's fine. Like, I sometimes the game says something that I don't believe. I'm like, this girl could be give her a rifle, send her to fight the Theoden. Or whatever the fuck. Tits. Side tits. Oh my god, we're gonna sleep together. Maybe we'll have a romantic moment tonight. Romantic moment, guys, romantic moment. I can talk to... Oh! I can call the other girl? That's weird. Tell me about the dragon. So, they're monsters that got tamed. They're very smart. It was his king. We hoped he could bring us truth, but he failed. Tell him about the Sentinels or anything. The resonator, I'm born of the merge between the Sentinels. So who's around it? Do I belong to Theranos? Sounds like a woman, a strong revolve. Yeah, that was the woman for the last one. From the bad chapter. Yeah, don't meet her, trust me. She's from the bad part of the story, and you're from the mid part of the story. At the very least, we don't want to mix those two together. That's like, you know, come on, you're going to end up with something horrible. Do you know the video 40-Year-Old Virgin? What are you guys talking about fucking the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin for? I am neither of those things. I am a skeleton. You know, I was saying the other day, I was chatting the other day to a friend of mine, about the concept because there's an anime meme about like you stay a virgin until you're like 30 or something and you become like a wizard. Bro, it's too late for me. But if I could fucking go back in time and stop myself from having sex just to become a wizard, I would. Unironically. If you are a loser who would prioritize having sex with a woman over getting the ability to cast a fireball at 30 and then just having sex with a woman, I don't know what's wrong with you. Holy shit, I would be a wizard straight away. I wouldn't touch a woman. I would stay 10 meters away from a woman for 30 years if I could get wizard powers. Do all well, yeah, they would. All incels would become grand mages. No, I mean, bro, magic is cringe. I know it's cringe. No, fuck you. Okay, cringe magic. Yes, magic can be cringe, but it's all about who uses the cringe magic. If it's me, I can summon a fireball and blow some shit up. I can use my cool magic to do cool shit at 30. I don't care. Harry Potter might be cringe, but I am not cringe. Therefore, the magic that I use is not cringe. I don't have to put on a shitty hat and wear a robe and say, Wingardium Leviosa. I can say, take this, pocket sand, and then throw a fireball at someone. You know? I can say, nice opinion, but I cast testicular torsion. Come on. Come on. Magic is gay. You just haven't seen the correct magic. Night builds... Okay, well, if we're talking games, yeah. But we're talking the specific situation of give up sex for the sake of magic. But yes, longsword... Human longsword knight is the true RP race. I don't know why anyone should choose anything else. Delicious dishes required? No! Yeah, fuck it. Nah, I don't care. I literally don't care. I could call her? I don't know how I'd call her. Whatever. Oh, I can call her from here. Let's call Big Tits. Hey, Big Tits, how big are your tits? How is your... Wow, okay, I didn't know that we had fucking... Jesus Christ, this is more advanced than I imagined. Do you think the modern world would be more or less advanced if we had basic magic? Less. 100%. Listen here. Magic is a crutch in many ways. In a world with magic, where is the incentive to do certain things? Because unlike technology, in my opinion, now obviously it depends on the design of the magic system. So before someone jumps down my throat, but in a general sense, a magic system can only develop so far. Particularly about how they approach it. Even if you went through the whole 9 yards of let's give magic to as many people, let's not dominate it, let's not be like a little cabal of people in our wizard tower, but let's spread it and make giant colleges and spread magic everywhere, you'll get a high-functioning, fantastical society, but you probably wouldn't get to space. You probably wouldn't get certain levels of things happening. You could get pretty far, but magic would reduce the overall tech base upper limit, is what I'm trying to say. Why build a water wheel when you can just throw your magic rock in it and make it work? Now, magic tech, you might consider something else. And there are people who do put magic tech together as like a technological development or a natural evolution of magic. I disagree with that for the most part. I believe magic tech is its own thing, really, that develops out of magic. But magic tech is its own, like, just different form of technology. But magic as a concept would definitely slow down development if used in a grander, more common way, as opposed to, like, there's like 8 witches in, like, the world of 9 billion people who sit in swamps and are the only ones who use magic. At that point, yeah, technology is going to develop. It's not going to change anything. The study of magic would take away from the sciences. To a degree, yes, but it really, really depends on the magic. Like, let's look at it like this. If your magic is one that is, like, there are examples of anime logics of magic that went into coding. There are magic that went into mathematics. There are anime logics where the magic is all built around, like, sciences, but they just don't know the specifics of sciences. So when, like, the guy from a Sekai world comes and he's like, yes, I know about molecules, so I can use the magic even better. Like, there's an argument to be made that they would potentially reach theoretical bases for a lot of those things that would improve their magic. Yet, while they might reach those theoretical bases, they won't have the technology to develop it in a way. Because magic, I think there's a fundamental limit with the magic. And once again, though, we're casting a big net here. In general, you could design a system that uses magic that goes in a certain direction where the magic can function. But in general, I would consider magic as something that would be overtaken by technology in terms of its upper limits of what it could do, and would definitely reduce the amount of technological development if it existed in a common form. Not completely, but the more common the magic is, the more widespread, the less technological development that would occur. In general. Anti-Magic Academy 35, special operation designed to kill mages. Yeah, peak. That's true. Gift kills magic. Ezzy Wizard solos of night. They do, depending on the situation, though. Like, it comes to this. Because, like, a lot of those fantasy stories that have magic, the knight probably has their own thing. Like, the sword aura, or the knight's soul or something. Like, there's a lot of those, like, boosty magic things that they add in during a fantasy world. So, like, while a wizard can solo a knight, usually it's not that easy, because, like, usually we're in a fantasy world where the knight has stuff as well. Like, a normal fucking knight that has never seen a wizard in his life, yeah, sure, he's gonna die. Especially if the wizard has preparation, because wizards are all about preparation. Specifically, if you go into stuff like wizards and witches are about preparation. Sorcerers, they're a bit different. Sorcerers, they can, like, fuck up some shit. And also, well, knights are usually in big groups. Well, it's like we're discussing the idea of, like, a solo of 1v1, like that. It really comes down to a lot of varying points. If we look at it, for example, from the idea of RPGs, a wizard is supposed to be at the back of the group, or he's a squishy mage. A knight, going forward, what happens if he uses, like, some sort of, like, instant step speed or like ability to boost through, or just, like, the ability to tank one, like, you know, has a magic boosting defense or whatever, like, or even if they don't have, like, sword aura type magical system logic in there, then you've got, like, armor that could potentially be built around defending against magic. It all comes down to the specifics. Unfortunately, we can all just say my wizard wins because he just clicks his finger and the world is in flames, or oh no, the knight wins because he can get through and he uses his sword aura, or the knight has movability where the wizard's old and crankety and has to use summoning circles or whatever the fuck. It all comes down to the specifics of it. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to throw it out there. We'd have to discuss a specific example of specific types of magic to really pull out a who wins in what situation kind of thing. The world isn't simple. The world of fantasy magic is not simple, unfortunately. Range is probably the biggest thing. Range is probably the biggest factor. Knights with supplemental magics like spell sword. Yeah. See, that's another thing. It's like a threat. Like, can a spell sword? Would a spell sword overwhelm it? Because, like, a lot of fantasy magic does tend to treat, or stories tend to treat, wizards or high level mages as artillery or strategic kind of, like, battlefield control, but they're usually always defended against some other stuff. In like, you know, people who are frontliners and whatnot. Are we talking about this and I feel like a chud? Why? What? How's talking about magic chud like? Oh, I'm just a chud. I'm an incel. I can't remember the song. I saw a really good song that was set to that rhythm. It was very funny. D&D already settled this with subclasses. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Subclasses. Anyway, I should talk to Big Tits. Guys, could you imagine in a world where we can make like fucking fantasy, like VR people this quickly? Imagine getting like some saucy pictures from a girl like this. We're going a whole new level here. It's not send me a nice pic, baby. It's can you jump on the graphic stuff and do me a lap dance, please? Like, damn. If they brought this technology into the future, who knows where we'd be? Holy shit, we'd probably regress because everyone would be paying OnlyFans girls. Although, knowing OnlyFans, they'd probably just have a million Indian men, probably, or like cheap labor from Pakistan or something, that are all like pretending to be them in the holograms. It's 3 a.m. I will make noodles, add egg, tomatoes, and cabbage to make it better. That sounds actually kind of nice. I'd like to try that. Warlocks, witches, wizards, and mages are extremely versatile in magic. Spell swords know only one specific spell to improve their physical prowess. Well, it can't... Again, see, here we think. We're discussing the difficulty of, like, two things. And we just don't have the ability to choose which one's which. I think that's the truth. It's too varied. Like, for example, if you were going to say, Tanya the Evil, Tanya the Wizard Mage Gun User versus, say, I don't know... Doom Guy, like, or fucking not Doom Guy, that's a bit of a bad matchup, versus like, I don't know, Rants from the Rape Games. Like, it's hard to say who would win without, and like in those specifics, you could look into it though, for everything else. I will turn unless you end stream. Stream is actually going to end after this, so I'll be ending stream. So you go have some fun. This stream will be over. You reckon Tanya would win in a fight against? I think Tanya would win against Rance, probably. Yeah, Rance can't fly. Yeah, what's he gonna do? He's gonna sit down there and say, "Get back down here! Get down here so I can rape you!" There's nothing gonna happen. You can't stop him. All right, Cantarella, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you why the other girl's not going to betray us unless she gets controlled by like a brain worm. Because she's cute anime girl who cried, and the writers of this know that no one's gonna be happy with them if they make the cute anime girl be villain. They'll be like, I'm gonna send death threats to the studio. Wow, those fucking idiots. God, I hate those fans. And more likely, this is all like build up for you betraying us, which would be nice. Yeah, I know you've watched this in lore, but the truth is we're playing a gacha game where there's a bunch of cute girls that are designed to be wives. They're designed to be wives and potential wives and girlfriends and boyfriends. So, of course, none of that is going to happen. At least not for her. And just maybe for you because you're built up for it a little bit. Also, hypersonic rounds fired by Tanya are pretty busted. Yeah, there's a lot of busted by Tanya. Wow. Things that are tipping the scales, like these? Good lord. Like, if we were to weigh them. How heavy? Ma'am, how heavy are those? Do you need some help carrying them? A gun. Now, here's a reference here. She just said, like, oh, I found something special that'll help out. I found something special, but I won't tell you about it. Why was that optional? They shouldn't have made that optional. I understand the idea of making optional things is kind of fun for people, but you should definitely not fucking make optional anything that could potentially be a foreshadow. You know? That's stupid. It's the action of someone who writes a story like Wuthering Waves. Ah, okay, I'm being mean. If right here at the end, where I'm going to end stream in a moment, if we're being completely honest and kind, this part of the story has improved. It's gone from being actual fucking hell in chapter 1. Well, not chapter 1, sorry. Part 1 of like area 1 or something, or patch 1, to really stupid at the start of this one, and then got even more stupider, and then it's kind of clawed its way back to being less stupid, which is where we are now. Not perfect, just less stupid. But no, thank you for hanging out, guys. It's thanks for hanging out, Skeleton and Meets Up. I know you guys like have something else to do. It's not usual that I have someone that goes through the whole stream. Usually people just like, I know there's probably the lurker out there who probably has never said a fucking word in their life who's watching. Thank you. But you know, thanks for chatting, thanks for hanging out. It's good to have someone listen to my fucking absolute rants. You know, it's always good. I was held at gunpoint to be here. I know. I also held you at gunpoint and told you to put in your credit card details into the Patreon. That's right. Put them in. 3 numbers in the back. I was there. I remember doing that. It was very, very clear in my memory. But I'll have a look at whatever that game is you throw at me. Maybe I'll play it on stream. Maybe we'll play it on stream. If we're going to play a horror game, we're going to play it on stream. Maybe. I'll think about it. If I'm okay with it. I'm actually a bit of a coward. But no, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you check out the videos. Check out the Patreon. I always appreciate it. Everything goes to keeping me here and keeping me running before I end up being thrown out the back of a van and having my thumbs cut off. Cut off? What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, catch up in the next one.